Ah. All right. I think we're live. We're fashionably late. Hi everyone. I'm rocking the Travis P11 baseball cap today because
Oh, yeah, mate.
I won the 1911 giveaway. See
Yeah,
that?
we're live.
There you go. So, there's that.
Hang on.
Yeah. I'm working on my new mixer,
Yeah.
my new microphone and everything, and I just all I have to say is this.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was. He really was. So uh, that's what's going on right now. So what's going on with you guys? What about you, Richard? What's going on with you?
I'm all right. I got me winter bed in wash today. T-shirts turned up. But yeah, it's a good day. Friday the 13th, you're a bit worried, but no, the day was good.
Yeah.
The day was good.
Yeah, I got a mixer today,
It's
always a good day, right?
I filled up with that crappy new fuel they're selling here now on Thursday, and the car's running fine. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we got a crappy it's got
Uh-oh.
more. It's got more
redneck to the paper here. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing?
It's got more alcohol mix in it, like bioethanol.
Oh, more ethanol. No.
Yeah, that's come into the UK now. So we got to use it from the 1st of September.
Yeah, I'm working on right now. I've got the microphone right here, but I'm thinking about getting one of those boom arms to where I can just pull it out, have it right here, and then push it back.
Yeah,
because
I wouldn't mind one.
Because
the mouthpiece in front of me.
If it's right next to
my, can you hear me all
Yeah,
right?
you're fine. You're fine. But if it's right next to my my keyboard, because listen to this. You hear that? Even though But if it's like right here, you won't hear it as much.
Yeah.
It's situational or locational or whatever.
See, when I brought these a couple of months ago, when I started talking with Tony,
right?
I had problems because of the lockdown here. But I found these in my supermarket, and they are JVC ones, so they're a good make. But with the microphone is built into the actual head part of it, the earpiece. So I didn't know what they would be like. But the guy in the story said, "Oh yeah, they should be all right for you." I said, "Well, I'll give them a go."
Yeah. So, but it sounds like everything's running good here. I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't like being on the camera. Yeah. Everyone out there, if you want to join the panel, just click the panel button right there. Yeah, you can turn your camera off now.
I'll turn it off. I need to get a little logo thing sorted out, but I'm not sure how you do that yet.
You do. We'll work on that.
I've got pictures I can put in there.
Yeah. So, new sound. It sounds a bit different, but it sounds better.
Yeah, it does sound better.
Yeah. Yeah, Warsaw's like, get a Yeti night spec. A Yeti mic. Yeah, no. Warsaw, I just bought a new mixer and it came with a new microphone, so I'm gonna use this. I mean, if you want to buy me a Yeti or super chat me some money that I can buy a Yeti, then great. Otherwise, don't
sponsor the channel.
Don't recommend me stuff to get because I'm not gonna go out and buy it. Sorry, just not gonna happen right now. It's not happening right now. So
he could sponsor your channel.
Yeah,
by buying you.
Warsaw, you could sponsor the channel by buying a mic, but otherwise, I'm not buying any more stuff except maybe a one of those retractable microphone arms for your desk. That's it. Because Night Strike is out of moolah. Completely broke.
That Garand that you did the video on, that does look nice.
Yeah.
Well, they've reworked it, stabilized the.
Of course, it looks nice. It's mine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But no, I'm not just saying that because it's yours. It does look good.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, they really did a good job. Though though I did show everybody, you could tell that it had some pitting damage on it.
Yeah, the pitting, yeah, but
it had gotten rusty. But they retreat. They from what they told me is they sandblasted it. They treated the pitting, so that it wouldn't get any worse.
No,
And then they
yeah.
just reparkerized it.
Yeah,
And honestly, that, as long as they treated it, that's all I care about.
yeah. Well, this is it. Because it's
Yeah.
more.
Warsaw says he's not getting paid for this. Neither am I, Warsaw.
Nor
I've had
am I.
to turn all monetization on my channel off. So
YouTube,
the only money I get is super chats now. So you want to
YouTube
complain?
actually,
I'm going to complain.
YouTube actually turned mine off, and the money that I'd already earned, they never paid me. So
Yeah.
that was $200. If they
YouTube
pay that,
YouTube sent me a freaking email about how the new advertising stuff, was basically going to do this or that. So I turned all advertising off just because, you know what? They're not going to tell me what content I can and can't do.
well, first of all, I had the thing with YouTube. Oh, you need to get so many views on your
I've
videos.
already got that.
Not each video, but just total views. I thought,
Yeah,
okay.
got
I looked at the analytics, and I thought, well, in 8 months I'll be there, no problem. Well, actually, in 4 months I got there because more people started viewing stuff that I'd uploaded. Well, great. Then they changed it. Oh, well, now you've got to get so many subscribers. And I just looked at it and thought, well, I don't produce the sort of videos where I'm going to get 10,000 subscribers or whatever.
You think I do it? Do I get 10,000 subscribers? No, I'm lucky to have 1,000.
Well,
I had 1,000. I had 1,008 last week. Now I'm down to 1,004.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind them changing the rules.
And that's after I started making more videos too.
Yeah.
What the hell do you guys want? You want me to not make videos, or do you want me to make videos? Jesus.
But it's like when they change the rules, the money you've already earned, they should have paid you that.
Well, they're not required to pay you out until you reach about $100.
Well, I'd earned 200. The thing is, if I went into work next week and they said, "Oh, by the way, this week we're changing this at work, so that last week's money you're not going to get paid," well, they won't be able to do that.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird. At the end of the day, I told YouTube this. I emailed them back and I said, well, at the end of the day, I'll be paying less tax to the UK government. So,
right.
If you don't pay me the money, so and YouTube has to pay the government a lot of money in tax anyway. So they're basically paying more tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever. I've got a drink.
Yep. What else is going on? So John just laid down a thing on the FRT triggers, the rare breed FRTs. I'm glad I didn't get one, the forced reset trigger.
No, that's what I thought. I knew looking at those. I was
going to get one or two, put one in my M4 carbine length AR, and then one in my rifle length AR, and have fun with it. And then I'm like, well, no, because what if they try and do the same crap they did to my bump stock?
Right, this is it. I knew they weren't going to last very long.
And at that point, then why buy something you're gonna have to destroy or turn in, and you're not gonna get your $400 back from that thing.
No.
You're gonna lose that $400.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is what they're doing in the UK now. If there's any future bans or whatever, they're not doing a buyback or nothing like they did with the handgun ban, because it cost them absolute fortune. And they paid people sensible money, but not say the true value,
Right. And
you still lost out.
Yeah, that's why that's why I don't like confiscation, because you're stealing from your people, because you're saying, oh, this thing is banned, so you have to turn it in. That's great, but I hate to tell you this, but those people paid for that property, and that property belongs to them.
And they paid.
You either give them what it costs plus depreciation, or you give them what it costs to buy another one.
The thing is that they also paid tax on it when they bought them, whichever it is. Mm-hmm. So that should be refunded as well. Yeah,
no, absolutely. But
I'm all for paying tax, but it's got to be a fair thing. It's got if you're taking my thing away that I've paid you tax on it already, then you should refund me that tax. And like in the UK, sales tax here is 20%. So it adds up to a lot of money.
Sales tax is ridiculous over there.
Yeah. Because that shooting that we had on Thursday with that shotgun, well, it turns out it's some type of shotgun. It is a freaking mess. It sounded like it was an illegal firearm, but apparently he has got some sort of license, but they're not revealing a lot of details at the moment. But one of the people killed is a 3-year-old, and then there's a couple of women as well that have been killed, and there's a couple of guys, a couple of people in hospital, and then we were told that the police had shot him, but it turns out no, they got there within 6 minutes, but then he went off onto some waste ground and he shot himself.
So
basically,
Warsaw wanted me to show you this. So hold on.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go on the page. Yeah, right, go.
I'm gonna screen share this for a second. Warsaw said you need to see this because it's very important. There you go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There is that someone does the poster of that.
Yeah,
I think it is the people that will build Car Arms or something had the poster on their website, and you can buy the actual poster from what that painting is taken from. But yeah, that's a good one.
That was taken from when he went and visited the United States, right?
No, I think that's actually in the UK when he tested the Thompson.
When we did the Lend-Lease to you, right?
When they were first coming over, because the first people to get the Thompsons were the Royal Marines Commandos got them. But also the first people just before that, when they set up the British resistance, like you had the French resistance, the British one was set up. It's the only one in history that's ever been set up before an invasion has actually taken place. So we had like these secret units called auxiliary units, and they were like groups of say 4 to 8 men, depending on the size of the underground bunker they made. But they were equipped. Basically, you'd go into your bunker. After you got the code word, because the Germans had landed, you wait for the Germans to pass you over, then you come out and start monkeying around behind enemy lines, blowing stuff up. And they also had orders to like execute certain people because they didn't want them giving the Germans information.
Right.
So it's the only time when someone in the UK has been given the authority to kill, like in the village. Say if you're in a village or a small town and you had the local policeman, they had the orders to execute the local policeman because the policeman would have known who everybody was. Say if someone worked for the government, they don't want the Germans to find out if they're now in occupied zone. So shoot the police. They can't then tell the SS or the Gestapo who works for who, like, you know, because the local policeman would have been the person, what they call local Bobby. He would have been the one that would have known, like, oh, if you work for, you know, building Spitfires or some nonsense, you know. So yeah, that's the only time when a civilian has been given the authority to actually kill the police by orders of the government.
Patriot in the Dark says you should use that for your logo.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some I got some pictures of me. There's one like that YouTube one. The one on YouTube, that's me at Bisley. At the Rangers at Bisley. I'm trying to upload that, but I was trying to work it out how to put it in there the other night and I couldn't do it.
Oh, okay.
I worked out the background.
Right.
That was easy.
Well, the background's always easy.
Yeah, but I couldn't work out how to change that little bit in the middle. So
right.
I'll do it someday.
So
Tony can show me when I visit him.
You know, if Tony's around, because you know. Tony's
I thought he was going to be.
Remember, Tony's going through a rough time right now, so he's kind of busy. So.
Oh right, okay. I didn't know he had a problem.
Well, depending on who you ask, Tony always has a problem, but that's neither here nor there right now.
Yeah.
And I'm kidding. I love Tony, but you know, it's just you know, we aren't talking about Tony. We're not saying anything mean.
Someone's pissed in his house as well.
No. Depends on who you ask. It might be.
Right. Okay. I know he's getting ready to move and everything because he builds a house and then moves every like 3 years or whatever.
He's getting ready to move again, and you know, so he's getting everything set up. He might be busy just packing and getting everything loaded so he could get to the next house.
Yeah.
So hey,
well, as long as no one's like pissed on his floor, we'll be all right.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Hopefully.
I couldn't believe that when like, and she's actually uploaded a video and told everybody, and it's like, really? Okay.
Warsaw has a rant. All right, Warsaw, as long as it has nothing to do with communist guns, Poland, or the Ukraine. As long as you can promise me that your gripe has nothing to do with either of those three things, then okay, you can come on. So, I got people yelling in the background too. I hope that doesn't pick that up. Them up. So.
No.
Hold on a minute.
I was with my Polish buddies today at work. I told him about your channel.
No.
I told him about your channel and everybody, other people's, like, because I had the AK guy shirt on at work, and the Polish guy goes to me, "That's an AK." And he said, "What does that mean, AK guy?" And I said, "Well, it's someone I know on YouTube."
Yeah.
I said, "Look," and I said, "Also, there's Night Strike." I said, I've been doing some live videos."
Yeah.
So they are supposed to look at some point. So some people might come into the chat. They go, "I know that guy.
I know that guy. I know who that is.
I know that.
I know that guy. I know that guy too."
I told my friend Joe a little while ago, but he's just too fucking lazy.
Yeah. Well, just also remember, it's cool to hang out with Flying Rich, but you do not want to get into an aircraft with that man.
No,
I'm just telling you right now.
I've actually been in his car when he's crashed it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we're on the way up to Hanks because he came and picked me up in Gainesville, and I went down his house for like 2 days.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Hang on.
What's going on, Tony?
Hey.
Hey, Tony, did you see the gun I got?
Which one?
You see, I won it in a contest.
What are you? Oh, which one?
I got this. It's the Zombie 1911 from Myford Johnson.
If you want it, then you can give it to me.
Well, no, I already paid for it.
What's this?
What do you mean you pay for it?
Well, I have to pay for the transfer.
Oh, that's what's more important is Richard's shirt. That's what's more important.
Richard's shirt is much more important.
There you go. Look at that.
LLC.
It was there waiting when I got home from work today.
I told you if you would send me your PayPal thing, I wanted to give it to you as a gift.
No, I don't use that PayPal. I don't use PayPal.
You don't use PayPal.
How about Venmo?
I don't use that either.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god, Richard, you're living in the dark ages.
Well, then you can't get a gift then.
You can give it to me.
Show the mug. Show the mug too.
That's it.
You
That's
got
in
a
the
mug
dish.
Too?
Yeah, that's in the dishwasher.
Oh, you gotta show the mug.
Because it was a bit dusty. It was a bit dusty when I opened it, so I put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And it does say on the bottom of it, dishwasher safe.
I love those. Oh man, I've washed mine a million times, and that paint it'll never come off.
It's a left-handed mug as well. Because you have to
Well,
hold it.
doesn't it have AT drafting on the back of it?
Not the one. No, it's got the same logo, and you've got another one. There's two on your website. It's got the AT drafting, but I wanted the same logo.
Oh, okay, I got it.
And it's only on one side. So if you hold the mug left-handed, it's the logo is like facing. If someone's facing you, they can see it. You understand what I mean?
Huh.
If you hold it right-handed, then you're looking at the logo.
So it's not on both sides on the.
No, it's only on one side. It's a beautiful mug.
I love those things, man. You know what? They keep coffee really hot too.
If I end up getting that cabin sorted out, I'll have like half a dozen of them in the cupboard, but one is enough at the moment.
I'll bring you a whole set as a housewarming gift.
Yeah.
Hey, Night Strike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I got a new mixer. I got a new microphone today, so I got lucky. On the 13th, which is weird. Because
Have you took my package yet, please?
Yeah, I'm working on it, dude.
How long did I have to wait? 2 more weeks?
Probably yes.
Do you want your freaking shell holder or not?
Dude, I'm shipping it to you for free. Okay, so just calm your tits.
All right, you got enough bad things going on here in this country. Not enough. I gotta wait for a goddamn package.
unless you're moving, and if that case, then I'll send it to your new location. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, anyway, I want to go on my rant.
All right. What are you ranting about? What's pissed Warsaw off today?
My old favorite actor. Yes, I he lives in California. He was even the governor.
Schwarzenegger. You know the actor.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my god. I don't care what he says. He's an actor. He's never
No, but
he's also a big liberal.
When he
Yeah.
said, "Fuck
Well,
your freedom,"
he's a Republican that says he's
No, he's a rhino.
no, he's
Yeah,
a
he's
Democrat.
more
No,
right.
dude, he's in California. He's a Democrat.
He's never been pro-gun or anything.
No.
He's
He
so
like-
left. He's a leftist, dude.
Yeah, he likes to make a lot of money with guns in a film, but he's not nowhere near pro-gun or anything.
No, but when he said
Why is
"screw
my
your
camera
freedom,"
not working?
when
Yeah.
he said "screw your freedom,"
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, dude."
And remember, he's the one with
Yeah.
the big Hummer and everything as well.
Uh-oh. Oh,
What the
Tony's
fuck
screen
have you
sharing.
done?
Why is my camera not working?
You don't have it on?
Oh, good Lord.
But yeah, I put your T-shirt on tonight because I thought you'd be here, Tony. You see, so you turned up. Thank you.
Why is this not working?
Oh, there you
You're,
go.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
he's got one on as well.
Mine's all dirty because I worked in it today. Look.
Oh, he working today. Oh, no.
Yeah, I wear mine every day.
Uh-oh.
Well, I have not this one. I have like
You
5 of
have
them.
to, though, don't you? Because you're the owner?
What do you mean? I don't have to.
You might have to do some more colours as well.
Yeah, you may need to
No, white is stands. It's just symbolic for purity. It has-
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
come on. I wanted the tie-dye.
Huh?
I wanted a tie-dye, Artisan Tony shirt.
hey, Night Strike, I sent you the pic.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know what else? You know why else, Richard?
I know about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No,
They don't have my sizes
I have
in,
to.
in black.
No, when he stated, "Screw your freedom," dude. I mean, like, dude,
Uh,
you're in the United States. Like, nobody wants to wear a goddamn
Hold on,
mask
hold
for
on,
life-
hold
for
on.
life.
He's in California. Why should you be surprised by anything he says?
No,
I mean,
but the point is, like, all right, so what? You want me to wear a mask?
I just gave
Like,
you a very good point, right?
I get that, but this
What?
whole idea of wearing a mask and it's gonna save you. No, it's not.
It's not.
Why are we talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger anyway?
What you need to
on a soap opera.
what you need to do with Arnold is just send him a message. Oh, by the way, how's your marriage going?
No, just send it back to Austria. Just literally,
Yeah,
same thing we
or
did
just
Piers Morgan.
just tell him to piss off back to Austria. You know.
By the way,
Also-
Austria called. They want your freedom
Yeah.
because you don't want it anymore.
Now, see, if Arnold was from Poland, Warsaw would be talking different right now.
Yeah, he would be.
I could care
Yeah.
less if he's from Poland or not, dude. This is America. He doesn't have the right to say, "Oh, screw your freedom."
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Actually, being in America, he actually does have that right.
Well,
Inside the country, yes, but that contradicts the idea of being an American.
yeah, he can say whatever the hell he wants. Does it mean anything? No.
Does it mean we should all do it? No, fuck off.
No, no. If he's more concerned about this whole, COVID-19 stuff that's still going on,
Oh,
honestly,
COVID-19.
once you just wear a mask for the rest of your life and you try to rip it off your skin, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you know what Fauci said today, and we've all predicted this, right? Oh, there may be boosters. There may be like annual. It's going to turn out to be like the flu, and we all.
Yeah, like the flu jab. Yeah.
You got to have the
No.
flu shot every year.
No.
Who's going to do that? Not me.
No,
Sorry.
honestly, the left is slowly pushing it. It's like pushing it down our throats. Get the vaccine, wear a mask. Wear the vaccine, wear a mask. Like, literally, leave us the fuck alone. Pardon my
Right.
French.
Right. So how's the new microphone sound in Warsaw?
What's up?
How's my new microphone sound?
You sound good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, but
Also-
No, but-
Also, by the way, we have something very important to say.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was.
oh
He was really
gosh,
bad.
no, but no.
Took that chain and whipped him with it.
yeah.
That's right. What I was going to finish up on is like, if the left is really pushing us down our throats and all that, all right, then why would we just get a mask that's literally attached to our skin for like 50 days or longer, and next thing you know, they'd be actually screaming for help because they can't breathe.
I don't know.
Let's just use their own game against them.
I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
they probably should.
Well, Arnold could do what that Australian singer did if he puts a plastic bag over his head, fill them up, and then goes and jerks off in a cupboard for 20 minutes. He'd be flat on the floor. That's what that Australian singer did. Didn't he? And he used to make some nice music as well. And he went and did that, and then he went and did that in a hotel.
I'm off at my tangent.
Yeah, don't worry about it. All these millionaire, billionaire pricks, they're all the same.
They really are.
Yeah.
It's do as I say, not as I do.
It's like they're going on about the environment at the moment. I said over here, okay, then why did the government just let Bezos and Branson go into space if we're all fucked because of the environment? You know, all that money could have been spent, and you could have put out every single fire in the world at the moment.
Right.
You know?
But they're trying to help humanity, Richard.
Fuck all.
Who are they trying to help?
They're only helping themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the amount of CO2 emissions from those rockets and planes they've used, and then the amount of money been jerked off. I mean, you know.
The truth is, the Earth is getting greener, which is a good thing.
Yeah. The greener it gets, the more. That's what I've always said. If like Biden was on about the other day about emissions from cars, you could make every single car at the moment, whether it's petrol, diesel, or electric, because they still have emissions. You can make every one of them zero emissions within a year if you just planted 5 trees for every freaking car on the road, and a van as well. You know. Because even electric cars, you've got your problems with the tires and the plastics that they use. It's all made from oil as well.
And in all honesty, too, I mean, I'm not a wacko, but if everyone were as responsible as like the construction industry is, like construction industry plants more trees every year than it actually harvests.
Yeah.
But if all industry would do that, you're right. We wouldn't have to worry about automobiles.
We'd have the cleanest air that we've ever had.
Yeah. One big earthly filter.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they don't like trees in Poland.
No, they don't.
We stop on this whole Polish thing.
Hang on.
You started it.
Hang on a minute.
All right.
Hang on a minute. They have got some good forests in Poland.
Oh, I know.
They do.
They do. Actually better than the UK.
Yeah, don't they have some? They have some big larch.
Yeah, spruce is one of the biggest ones they have over there. And
I'm thinking of Siberian. Yeah.
No. So Siberian larch. Yeah, that's in Russia. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, Poland is spruce, and then they got good beech trees over there, and some other hardwoods. But they do have some fantastic forests.
Hey, Night Strike, you got your Garand. You know what I do want?
What do you want?
I want a Polish SKS.
You want a Polish SKS? Okay.
Yep. The Poles actually, believe it or not, they had them, but the wood stocks were actually refinished, and they were basically Russian SKSs, but they were used for the Polish military and ceremony.
Yeah.
So is that pistol the controversial pistol that you won of the rigged contest?
What's wrong? What, Tony?
The Zombie 1911.
You didn't see it? I showed it earlier.
No, it's just is that the pistol? I haven't. Is that the one you're talking about?
That was the one for Travis P11.
Yeah.
40,000 giveaway. Yeah, I won it. And
yeah, right.
Everybody said, Night Strike, you're gonna cut your hand on it. So probably am.
You got your fingers crossed too.
Yeah, I had my fingers crossed when they were. Anyways.
Have you opened those gloves yet?
Zippy 98's out there.
That's a 9mm, right?
Grumpy says, "What's up with the fog breather?" If you don't know, that's Richard. He's a friend of Tony's. He's a friend of everybody. Actually,
Richard is a friend of all 2A advocates.
Now,
let me tell you this right now. Richard is he's probably a bigger 2A advocate than 90% of the people in America.
Which is weird. Funny.
Hey, Night Strike, I have something to speak on as far as gun issues.
Oh God. Okay. What's going on?
G-Webs. You know G-Webs, right?
I know G.
He was doing a stream, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, but I was on it basically, and I was watching the comments and all that. And he was pulling up one of the guys that was commenting to the ATF, and he says, "All right, you're worried about all these, pistols and braces and all that." And he's basically this guy who's commenting. He literally has his name and all that, his location, all this info. And I'm like, all right, so what's the deal with this guy? He's probably Second Amendment, all right. But then next he says, he should be going after these freaking triggers, with these binary triggers. And I'm like, oh, dude, you freaking idiot. You just open up a can of worms.
And look what happened with Rare Breed today.
Yeah. I was pissed as hell when that comment was put on the freaking ATF's website.
Yeah, but you're gonna have those people all the time because you're always gonna have that one guy who who has what he has, but he doesn't care about anything else like that. Case in point. I mean, look at Tony from the early watch. Okay, he only cares about lever guns and revolvers. He doesn't really care about semi-auto rifles or handguns. Really, I mean, he might have one. Who
is that?
It's Tony York.
Oh.
But no, besides the triggers now, they're actually going after parts now, including parts kits. So your ARs, your AR builds, AK builds, anything that's a gun build, it's going to be affected by this thing now.
Well,
yeah, but to say that the comment that somebody left made them go, "Oh, we didn't think about that." That's absolutely.
They may have been already trying to do that anyways. So.
Yeah,
no, still,
they're not just going to see that comment and then a week later turn around and do that. Friggin' when they did the bump stock ban, I was preaching to everybody that I knew how we need to fight this, and people were like, "Oh, it's just this piece of plastic, blah blah blah." And I wasn't involved with the YouTube stuff.
I told everybody when the bump stock
everyday life.
That any trigger actuators, anything that did something that the bump stock did, that eventually they would go out.
Well, not even that. With the wording, it was anything that increased the rate of fire.
All right.
And I told people, what's the standard rate of fire? They could make forward grips illegal because it helps you steady the rifle. So if you can steady the rifle more, then you can get follow-up shots faster. And if that's making the follow-up shots faster, that's increasing your rate of fire. So it's all arbitrary bullshit. And
they can make bipods illegal if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, anything.
Shooting rest or whatever.
No. Jumpy out there says we should try to get rid of the NFA. We should.
Right, yeah.
We should
get rid of the NFA and get rid of the ATFs. What they're doing.
Get rid of the ATF first. I think is the.
I don't know. I think we should get rid of the NFA first. That way the ATF doesn't have anything to enforce.
Right.
Well, at the rate we're going, we're not going to get rid of any of it because nobody really.
I don't know about that, Tony. People are really waking up on this, dude. I'm telling you.
I hope
we've been saying that. Look, I'm 58 years old. People have been saying that for 50 years.
2021 is going to be different. Mark my words, dude.
2021.
What we're in right now, yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's August already, dude. What are you going to do?
That's the problem.
It's August. What's going to happen now?
I don't know. And you say you're 58, Tony, but so going back all those years, how many constitutional carry states did you have when you started carrying?
I'm just saying, talk to me. Just name your day. I mean, if we're not going to. If we can't get enough votes to even change one law, how do you expect to have this great paradigm shift?
Right.
I'm not saying that we're just going to get rid of the NFA tomorrow, but to think that we're not chipping away, I think is ludicrous.
The only direction I see is it chipping away in the opposite direction.
Again, we just picked up the 21st concealed carry state. That's going the opposite direction.
Tony, how can you not
So I
say
guess
that?
you had 50 constitutional carry states when you started carrying?
Tony, literally, how many strongholds have we made this past year over the time we had under the Trump administration, dude? This past year.
You see a lot of state, which is good. You see a lot of activity in the individual states, but you don't see much, collusion
and we've
between.
had stuff overturned also, don't forget.
Not only that, but we're trying to undo 90 years of
gun control.
93 years, yeah.
It's not just going to go away overnight. And, people that are like, oh, well, NFA, we let them chip away at us for 90 years. We're not just going to do it, like I said, overnight. We got to chip away back at it.
Yep.
And if you look at the things that we have going on, we're chipping away. But if you're looking for some giant grand victory, then you're going to think that we're always slipping.
And Sound of Anarchy 92 says that Night Strike, they need to remove the F from the ATF and completely dismantle the NFA. Yes, they do. I would also say they also need to repeal the Hughes.
Well, I think if we get rid of the NFA, we lose the ATF because, well, not necessarily lose the ATF, but at least lose the firearms division of the ATF.
Well, here's the thing. The FBI actually does more of the ATF's job, believe it or not. Where do you think all those 4473 forms go to? Oh, yeah. The FBI.
Dumpy Killer says because just focusing on defending the bump stocks and binary triggers is just asinine and justifying the NFA.
You
It
know,
looks disingenuous to people
it's one
who
thing
are
after another.
not
Worse-
involved into an argument.
Dude, if they go after triggers, then what? It's they'll go after normal triggers. What's next? Oh yeah, pistol grips. Look what they did in California.
Yeah.
It's one thing after another. You don't understand that?
Well,
No. How about Night Strike? Do you know ours?
hold on. I was reading Jumpy's comment. I wasn't. That wasn't my comment. That was Jumpy's comment. Okay. So I hear what you're saying. I understand what your position. I got it. I understand.
No,
It's
I'm trying to comment him. My bad.
Yeah. But he's looking at it objectively too, because he's saying, you know, I think what Jumpy was getting at is getting rid of the NFA means they don't have any reason to justify it. You know, that's what he's getting at, because you know he thinks that just finding one or two things is it's not disingenuous, Jumpy. It is good, but fighting one or two battles instead of winning the war, getting rid of the NFA would be the ultimate goal, and that would fix all the problems. Right now, I get it. Everybody gets that, but unfortunately, they're trying to take away what we have right now, what we actually own.
Right, but you all, and you didn't let me finish my point earlier.
Go ahead.
You are making strides in the states, but we don't see any progress in getting rid of federal firearms.
Right.
No, but you could do it by nullifying the law itself, because that's what they did with marijuana. Believe it or not.
No, you can't. The state
It was
can't.
illegal by federal law.
A state can make it like marijuana legal, but that doesn't mean that the federal government can't charge you with a federal crime in the state that they say it's illegal. Right? They just have to have the manpower to do it, which they wouldn't have.
No, they wouldn't.
Which is nullifying the law.
Well,
And there's plenty
problem.
of
Here's the problem I see on the federal level is that a lot of people sit at home on election day, and if we don't take back Congress in this next session, in 2024, then good luck. 2022.
Night Strike.
I'm not going to play any videos right now. Okay.
Are you not? No, but I was going to bring up the as far as as these laws go. I mean, it wasn't just firearms; it was also our knives too. Don't forget, it's also about knives, because if you go into a certain state, like say, all right, so I was in Maryland, certain states like around Maryland, or if I was in Maryland,
Okay.
if I'm caught with a butterfly knife or some other knife that they see as an actual normal blade, I could be arrested on the spot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the Second Amendment does state that it states arms, not firearms, arms, which are literally anything under the sun you can use to defend.
And a knife is under that definition.
Knife is an arm. A sword is an arm. An axe is an arm. A spear and a pike. Those are arms.
Yeah.
So.
And I forgot about that.
I have two arms.
No,
I've got. Guns and Barbecue has two arms.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. We are making progress, Guns and Barbecue.
And they're bare. They are bare.
They're bare.
But think about it.
Oh
what if we had the knife community with the firearms community? Think that would make a bigger impact?
It would make a bigger impact, but again, they unfortunately they don't believe in the same views we believe.
Some of them do. There is.
Some of them do.
Some of them are weirdos.
You have the
first time in the dark web.
you have the knife rights guy that's also involved, because I've met him. He's the one that helped me out and got my NRA membership sorted out. Todd Ratner, and so he's on everybody's side.
There's the gun rights and the gun and knife rights group. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah, there's knife rights. That's that Todd Ratner. And he was on the NRA board at one point. I don't know if he still is, but he's the one that James Yeager put me in touch with him. And he had, after 6 years of waiting, he was the one that sorted out my NRA membership, because I paid and it never turned up, and he's the one that sorted out. Yeah. So there are knife people that are on both sides, you know.
And Richard, in England,
Definitely
aren't knives like highly regulated, like especially cooking knives, like chefs?
Yeah,
They sure
some are. You're not allowed like flick knives and some other knives, but then it depends. If you need a knife for work, then it isn't a problem. But it's just where you take that knife. If I walk into because I use a knife every day for work because I got chickens and everything, and if I walk into a nightclub or a pub and I get caught with that knife, then I'm in trouble, you know, because they say, well, why do you need that freaking knife in here? So it's the same as if you're an electrician. It's no good going into a nightclub with a freaking screwdriver and saying, oh, well, the lights might break. I might be needed to mend them because, you know, a screwdriver can be used to stab someone. You know, it's not just knives. But it's the same with electrician. If he got caught in a nightclub at 2 a.m. with a long screwdriver or whatever, then they say, well, what the fuck are you doing with that? You know, and it's no good saying, oh, well, I'm an electrician. If you're not working there, then no, you know. But it's also the way you come across to the police. If you get stopped and they ask you why have you got that knife, and you say, oh, well, I'm going to stab some black people or whatever, then obviously you're going to have a problem with the police. But I've been pulled up before walking down the road with a chainsaw because I picked up a new chainsaw with someone, and they didn't want to. They went to the pub and then didn't want to drive me home because they had a few drinks. So I had to walk home like 2 miles through the centre of Bournemouth at the time.
You didn't have one of those plastic masks on, did you?
No. And you know, this chainsaw was brand new. I just picked it up, you know, and so I was walking home with it over my shoulder, and down, and I passed where, like, most of the police to go into the main police station in Bournemouth. One of them, obviously, they're going back to the police station. And he saw me and he thought, "Fuck," and turned around and come back. Or when they
had like a 30-inch blade, or
that had a 3-foot bar on at the time because there's a Husqvarna 372. It's the one I brought especially when I was working in Devon and Cornwall.
So you could have done some real damage.
Oh yeah, if I wanted to, you know, there was a bit of fuel in it, you know.
All right,
but it's the way when they stopped me, I explained what the situation was, and he said, "Well, you know, where do you live?" And I said, "Well, I've only got to walk another mile, and I'm at home, you know, and it's going to be locked away." And I'm driving back to Devon and Cornwall on Monday. I said, and he said, "Right, okay, no problem, carry on." But if I come across all like aggressive and shitty and got nasty, then I've got a problem, you know. But yeah, right, go.
Jumpy says, "Why have shitty the bump stock when you can have a auto sear with no paperwork or ATF killing your dog?" And that's his point. And yeah, no, we get.
Where are you seeing these comments?
I'm seeing them
YouTube chat.
On the YouTube page.
Mine's not working. The live chat's not working.
Yeah. Sound of Anarchy 92 says that Night Strike, it's the DEA's that controls licensing for weed dispensaries, and it's a cash business, and banks won't do business with them. Yeah.
Actually, also
So exit out of the YouTube and then get back into it. Your chat probably just froze.
I just tried to reload it.
Probably.
At the top of the YouTube page as well, Tony, on the right-hand side, just above the chat, you need to click where it says top chat. You need to change it to live chat.
I did, and the last one is Sam.
Yeah, that's it.
Sam by Anarchy.
Yeah,
who were you calling? I thought you were talking about somebody else. Does he have another name or something?
No, there was somebody before him that said something. That was just a comment.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You're always behind on the comments.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, he was mentioning about the banks, about the funds where, banks won't do businesses with marijuana distributors. And technically, yeah, that's true because the IRS, some of those funds won't actually be used for taxes. They can't even touch that stuff legally. Because drug money, it's got to be taken to a private company.
Yep. Sadly it does.
I hate to admit it, though, but marijuana is a big moneymaker.
Yeah.
Did you say you got a new microphone? That's right.
Yep, I have a new microphone. I have a new mixer.
Where's your other microphone? Because I think your other one was better.
Thank you.
Now, that's a bad idea. Wouldn't you agree, Night Strike?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking like saying bringing the marijuana community together with the 2A community.
Yeah, didn't they kick all the marijuana community off of YouTube?
Well, that's what FPS.
It's still a thing, dude. Believe it or not.
How can they do that? I mean,
FPS.
how do they even know?
FPS tried marijuana and guns. It didn't work out, did it?
No, it didn't.
There's a YouTuber I used to follow that was a doper. I'm like, oh, he smokes marijuana. Oh,
Okay.
I know people here that smoke it and they shoot, and but they don't smoke it before they go to the range or whatever. They smoke it at home.
I'm not.
The next day.
I'm not a real big fan on the whole.
I know it
marijuana
stays in.
thing.
I know it stays in your system a while.
I mean, if you wanna do marijuana, go for it. Just don't include me because I don't really care. I don't care.
I just think it's too expensive.
Me
I'm
too.
a tight one.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't spend money out. I stopped smoking because it cost me too much money. So,
well, was it like $20 a cigarette pack?
What?
Was it like $20 a cigarette pack for you?
No, it was like $3 or $4 a day. Just smoking a pack a day.
No, that's bad for your health right there.
Yeah. No,
Oh man, I know people in construction who smoke 3 or 5 packs a day. It's crazy.
Well, the problem was when it came down to it, I could only afford to smoke a pack a day.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about back in the day. It's probably a lot more expensive now.
Yeah.
So I stopped smoking, and I stopped spending money on that. So, but
I don't know what's worse, smoking cigarettes or smelling gunpowder after shooting. I think that smelling
Probably should
gunpowder-
not help the gunpowder. That's not good for your health.
no,
What
don't
are you
talk
talking about? The smell of gunpowder is like the smell of victory.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I smell the gunpowder.
It's like napalm.
Yeah.
Like the smell of freedom.
Smell it.
Hey, listen, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Which napalm are we talking about?
Wouldn't you like to know Warsaw?
Hoping to talk about the one in Vietnam. That was bad.
No, we're not talking about the
Napalm was a napalm. What are you talking about? They had different varieties.
Vietnam. That was Agent Orange. That wasn't napalm.
Yeah, you don't want to
And
smoke
napalm
that.
with it.
You don't want to smoke Agent Orange either.
You don't want to smoke it. You don't
No.
want. You don't want. You don't want to smell it. You don't want to be near
Fucking
it.
drink it, whatever.
That shit'll give you cancer right on the spot.
Yeah,
No, they had
well,
they had napalm canisters. Like if you haven't seen the movie, We Were Soldiers.
Oh, I had a guy who worked for us. This was about 10 years ago. He was a Vietnam vet, and he told us all kinds of stories about napalm. He was probably he's older than I am, but back then, well, he still is now, I guess. But
Yeah,
he would-
the Argentinians used it in 1982 in the Falklands. Napalm.
Oh, jeez.
That's the last time. I think that's the last time that British soldiers were bombed with napalm. 1982.
Is that the last time napalm was used?
Probably not. No, because it's probably been used by like Saddam Hussein on the Kurds or some other shit. Some other wankers probably used it. But I'm pretty sure the last time it was used on British soldiers by an enemy was the Argentinians in 1982. They came in and dropped it at Goose
What are you
Green.
talking about? Saddam Hussein never did anything bad.
Yeah. No. They didn't have planes in Iraq.
He just gave them the wrong type of gas. They were wanting to cook some chicken. They just wanted to barbecue some chicken. They didn't want. They wanted like.
They just wanted propane, but he used
yeah.
mustard.
Yeah, he used mustard and everything else.
Yeah.
Verbatim.
So, Son of Anarchy 92 says gunpowder rule. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Good stuff. Unless it gets wet.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised you got that 9/11 night strike.
You and I both.
Have y'all ever noticed that Warsaw only talks to Night Strike?
Why do
Yeah.
you think?
I don't know.
Hey,
Why do you think, Tony?
I don't know.
Secret
You
love.
don't like the rest of us?
If he didn't stop treating you so bad, maybe I'd talk to you.
Oh,
Oh, good Lord. We're just kidding with you, man.
woe with him. Oh,
You're
no.
the one that was always talking about Russian, Polish stuff for 10 years. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I still say secret love.
Get over that.
All right. You know what? What? At least it's better than listening to Guns and Barbecue go on and on about how he hit the paper dead center and he wasn't even aiming.
That's right.
He had to do what?
I should do a whole fucking rant on that. Just another 2-hour show. where I just I hit dead center, wasn't even friggin' looking.
The joke is he can't look even regardless whether he wants to or not.
I think your
I tried
microphone is
that,
worse. I'm going to be your real friend and tell you that your microphone is not better than it used to be.
Well,
Because now I can hear Warsaw, but I can't hear you worth a dang.
good.
I've been hearing Night Strike great.
Yeah, good. You can't hear me worth a damn. It's because when I turn around, you can't. It's situational. I have to look at the mic and speak at the mic in order to.
That's typically a good idea.
Yeah. So, but I have a desk where I have a side part of the desk, so when I'm swiveling, you can't hear me as well. So,
Yeah.
Just sucks.
Strap it to your headset.
Maybe I should strap it to my headset. Yeah.
Hey, at least you got a new mic over that freaking ugly looking brake I showed you.
Yeah,
that muzzle brake is awful.
Does it have the big fluffy thing on it?
No, I don't have the big fluffy thing on it.
No,
I do not have the dead cat on it. They call the big fluffy thing the dead cat, the windshield thing.
And I thought bad guns look bad. That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looked like a midterm abortion.
That's an abomination.
It was an abomination. Let's see if I can find that picture. What was it? What was the name of that?
Oh gosh, you really want me to look up the video again?
Yeah, no, just look at. Tell me what the name of it was.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Oh my
Let me look
God,
it up.
come
Hold
on.
up.
That'll make me go through my.
I'll look for it. Don't worry. Hold up. The Nero 556 muzzle brake by Walker Defense Research.
There it is.
Oh, you're gonna show it again?
Yes, we're gonna show how ugly
God.
this thing is. We're gonna show it in all its grandiose glory, and I don't mean any of that. It's not grandiose at all. It's not glory. It just sucks. Can you share this shit?
Do I need to bleach my eyes after this?
Yes, you may need to. There it is.
Oh gosh, there it is.
What is that? A hammer?
No, it's a muzzle brake. It's literally the most ugliest looking brake for an AR-15.
It's the ugliest AR-15 muzzle brake I've ever seen.
That's weird.
It doesn't even look like it would work very well.
Nope.
No, it does not. But they have
it.
I was telling Night Strike, it looks like a horse's junk. I'm sorry.
It looks like it has another purpose besides just.
Maybe.
Like you can knock doors and windows out with it, or
Maybe it's for fondling somebody. I don't know.
Punching you in the face with it or something like that when you run out.
Yeah.
It looks like something to be fornicated with.
Don't know. But I'm gonna stop screen sharing it. But that's what he's talking about, guys. So yeah, it's pretty awful. I don't
belongs on your new pistol.
Yeah. No, I'm not putting them on a 1911. No, absolutely not. No.
Wow.
That's awful. Shame on you for even suggesting.
Yeah, Tony.
Sam of Anarchy says practice shooting from the hip too. I guess he was talking to you, Guns of Barbecue. Guns of Barbecue, do you do a lot of hip shooting?
Yeah, he's right there. It does look like a vacuum cleaner attachment.
Yes, he's right about that one.
Yeah, maybe that's what it's for.
It looks something horrible, dude. I'm sorry.
It looks like something off a vacuum cleaner. Exactly.
Yeah, looks like something from a horse.
Okay, we know you're obsessed with horses, but that's enough.
No, we're not.
Well, it's not his fault he likes to watch the Kentucky Derby. So do I.
No.
I won't lie. I may or may not.
Not that close. I don't like watching it.
I may or may not bet on the horses anyways. So, deal with it.
Let's call it for what it is. It's a freaking abomination.
It is. We can agree on that.
Obama Nation.
No,
it's an abomination.
Nobody said anything about Obama. I think it's this one. Let me get it. Super chat. Daniel gives us $2 saying Dust Strike. Yes, from dawn till Dust Strike.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
What's next? You're gonna play MIA?
It's Saturday morning here, so it's morning strike.
Well, it's morning strike for Richard because he's over in UK. So
Yeah, 1.5 hours into Saturday.
you don't have to work
Is it-
today, do you?
No, I'm well only at home. I've got a few things to do at home with the chickens and whatever. And the car needs a bit of an adjustment.
Well, you're far enough out to have chickens.
Yeah, I've got chickens. I got
What
a
do you
pen
mean far? What do you mean far enough out? I live in an urban area. We can have chickens.
Well,
Yeah, they don't mind you having chickens. It's if you got the cockerels that are cock-a-doing all fucking day long, and then because there's been a few like people that live even further into the forest where I am. They've had to kill all theirs because people from London have bought like a freaking holiday home. They only spend like 3 weekends in a year.
Oh, you know what? I think we can only have hens.
Yeah. So then they make a complaint, and then they say, "Well, I've been here like my family's been in this house all my life," and the local government says, "Oh, tough shit. They got to go."
This was what 5 years or so ago when everybody had to have chickens in their backyard.
I can have anything other than hogs. I can't have hogs on my land, but I can have cattle. I can do
Who's going to enforce that though?
horse. I can do
Well,
Game warden.
Yeah, the problem is it's until you get a complaint, and then they just say like you got to kill everything.
I'm talking about in Night Strike's area. He's out in I don't think anybody would ever complain. You had some hogs.
The only thing I'd worry about is the state and the game warden.
Yeah.
They don't care. You're not hunting them. We're not talking about wild boar. We're talking about pigs.
You'd be surprised what the game warden will tell you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
There was a guy that was forced to give up his pet gator just for having it.
Really?
Well, that's different. That falls under an ordinance that talks about farm animals is typically just that, an ordinance. It doesn't have anything to do with the park ranger. Park rangers can't enforce those kind of things on private land where there's no park rangers or federal.
Like if you got a gator, that's going to probably come under like Dangerous Animals Act or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They can't just come on your land and tell you can't have a pig. That's a zoning thing. That's a zoning and a
with me, it's a zoning and a landing covenant thing.
Yeah, and a covenant thing. Yeah, restrictions on your deed, that kind of thing.
They say we can't do pigs, but like you say, who's going to check? But again, I'm not really that big into raising pigs, so it doesn't bother me that much.
No,
but you should get one to test the whole theory out.
No.
Would that also apply for a pet squirrel?
I don't know.
Who's going to enforce a pet squirrel?
Who's going to enforce that one?
Remember when Bud
just let them
squirrel
go,
that
and they're
was
gone.
dude, just raise the thing.
You just open the window, tell him to come back the next day when the park ranger's gone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, that'll totally work. He won't just run off and do his own thing. Oh wait, yes he will. Yes he will.
Mr. Baby Squirrel.
It's a baby squirrel. Baby squirrel.
what was it? Have y'all seen the video where the guy? Is it squirrels or rabbits? He nurses this rabbit or squirrel back to health, and he lets it go, and then a hawk gets it like 100 yards away from him. The hawk comes and gets it.
We got another super chat from Daniel. He says Night Strike's authority exceeds all that nonsense. I wish that was the case, Daniel. I wish that was the case.
Every time you make that sound, what that reminds me of, Night Strike?
It reminds me of the old Google Hangouts sound effects.
No, it reminds me of MIA paper planes.
Yeah. And there's another one in this country, comedy show called Open All Hours. That was filmed in like the 70s.
I think Daniel might be a stalker.
Yeah, but yeah, paper planes and Open All Hours. That is.
Except now, at least now you'll actually get $2. Before you weren't going to get any.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get any dollars. Now I got like $4.
No, I'm saying YouTube.
Oh yeah,
first
$2.
Yeah. You can buy 2 rounds of 9mm now.
No, well, maybe after taxes.
Or 20 rounds of 22.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, there was someone.
1992 says, "I would love wolves for pets." Yeah, until they bite you.
Yeah, until you get rabies.
Then you wouldn't love them as much.
Oh,
wolves are like pit bulls. You can't train them.
Honestly, if you want the closest thing to a wolf, get like a Siberian husky.
Yeah, they're nice. They are.
How about
Siberian huskies are nice.
There's a few.
They're friendly. They're very family oriented.
This
They
is
love
a true
attention.
story.
They're very loyal as well.
They're very loyal as well. So I would get a Siberian Husky instead of a wolf, just on the fact that the Husky will you'll probably enjoy hanging out with the Husky more than you will with the wolf. Just saying.
They have really actually attempted to breed wolves that were to domesticate them. My brother had one when we were younger, when we were in our 30s, and he had one, but they're apparently sickly. They don't live very long in captivity.
No.
They like being in a pack, don't they?
Yeah, but this wolf he had was like bred. I don't know what it was bred with, but it wasn't.
Well, the Russians went and bred foxes and tried to domesticate foxes and actually succeeded.
Are we going to start talking about animal porn again?
No, we're not talking about. I'm not getting into whole stuffed animal porn. We're not going that way. But I was just saying that the Russians were able to domesticate foxes.
I've seen people have bobcats because they go and get a little bobcat and they bring it up.
Oh, the hell of that, man.
Hold on. Robert, Richard, did they name him Bobby?
I don't know. There's a few videos on YouTube of like tame ones where people have got just.
Well, you didn't hear me tell my Manx story, Richard, one night. I was trying to impress a girl. Well, she was actually my first wife when we were dating. I got this apartment next to her house, and I got this cat to impress her. This was when I was like 20 years old, and this cat terrorized me because I was never at home, and it went crazy. It would hide under the couch and attack me when I got home. But it was a Manx. It looked just like a little bobcat.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad idea because you don't know when those things could turn on you.
Well, this is it as well. It's the same when people have flipping chimpanzees, and it gets to a certain age and it just rips your face off.
Or like that one woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got that. Then you got that prick. Where was it in Ohio or somewhere? That prick had like 5 tigers and bears and monkeys and all the rest of it, and he like
Joe.
Yeah, no, not Joe Exotic. This is before that. He shot himself, but before he shot himself, he let all the flipping tigers and that go, and they were all like going around the town. And then they had to get the police coming in. It only happened like 5 years ago or something in the States. Somewhere like Ohio, one of the like northern. It wasn't a southern state; it was one of the northern ones. I can't remember, Minnesota or Ohio or somewhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would.
Yeah, he shot himself. He was going through like a divorce and everything, and he was running out of money to feed them all as well, because obviously, like tigers and stuff, they need a lot of freaking meat. And the police shot every single one of them, apart from one baboon that got away. They never found one baboon. So somewhere in America there might be still a baboon going around ripping people's faces off.
What was that? There was a guy that actually had a pet tiger cub. He actually raised it in his apartment.
Yeah.
One day, what happened? Guess what? His landlord actually was trying to find out what the hell was going on because he wasn't paying rent. He opened his door, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's in a pool of blood, and the tiger's right above him, and it's full grown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Killed him, and they had to call a squad, and they had to put it down.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It was the same when they try and have like mountain lions and shit like that, and they do the same, You just get ripped to bits.
We've got an elephant sanctuary in Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, elephants go mental as well sometimes,
Yeah.
Yep.
People talk about firearms, freaking animals that kill people.
Well, they're on about this shooting in the UK at the moment. What happened on Thursday? Because there's like a 3-year-old girl that's been killed, as well as the adults. But like more children died in the same day in the UK in like traffic accidents. But they're on about so. And it turns out this guy had a license, so they're gonna push for something. Investigation wise, right?
Yeah. Hey, Richard, I gotta ask you: are you familiar with that video that some guy posted on YouTube where the guy said, "Oh, this young man gets killed by a semi-automatic weapon," and all of a sudden he goes, and it's full auto. And I'm like, dude, no, that's a full auto machine gun, you idiot.
Yeah.
You mean something like this?
Yep. Oh no, this was a submachine gun, dude. It was
a submachine. Okay.
It was in a nightclub, dude.
Then it would be like.
Yep, it was literally in like a club or some sort, and the guy gets killed by a rival gang member.
Yeah. But apparently, that guy, he was just shooting like people like in his neighborhood, and he was telling them he was the Terminator or something. So he's gone right off his fucking trolley. Look, yeah. He's 22 years old, and he's used some sort of shotgun by the sound of it. Yeah, wank.
Sam Anarchy 92 said, commenting about your cat, Tony, the Ninja Kitty.
Yeah,
Laugh out loud.
Oh, the back legs were deadly. And they grab you with the front two and then start that.
Yeah, well, that's what.
No, it wasn't a very affectionate cat.
That kicking is part of like the wild thing, like the same as mountain lions do. It's actually a disemboweling maneuver.
Yeah. And it works. I had scratches all over my leg, man.
Yeah.
Cats are brutal.
Yeah. Some cats are.
So what's funny is I put an ad in the paper, because back then we didn't have the internet, right?
No, we didn't.
So I was going to give it away, right? Because my girlfriend said you got to get rid of this thing. I was like, yeah. And so we went to meet the lady to give it to her, and the cat was okay until I handed it over, and then it started attacking her. And she was like, "I can tame this cat." I said, "Great." I thought she wasn't going to take it.
Yeah, Tony started walking away really fast.
That cat didn't know how close it came to being hunted.
22. It nearly had the lead prescription.
Oh, good. Now I'm going to have the anal rights people at me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well,
I'm only kidding. I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done that. I didn't do that to my cat either. So, but
I'll tell you what, though.
I miss my cat.
Who's the one with the big cat? Gary.
Gary's got a big cat.
He's got a big cat.
Ever since then, I haven't been a cat fan. Ever since then, I don't like them.
I love dogs and I love cats. But
no, I like dogs. I hate cats.
How many dogs you have?
Dude, Tony, you say that, but they take care of your mice problems, man. You don't have to worry about any mouse around here.
Oh, I don't mind them being outside. I just don't want them in my house.
No, you want them in your house too, dude.
No, I don't have mice in my house. Thank you.
Oh, that's a lie. Dude.
No.
Are you serious? I build a house every 2 years and move out of it.
Dude, you'd be surprised by a small.
I haven't had mice in my house in 20 years. What?
A mouse can fit in the size of a hole of a biro.
Yep.
Yeah. Wherever you can stick a biro in, a mouse can get in.
You don't understand. I have an insulation guy. I have an insulation guy who foams and caught every crack. I mean, it is. My houses almost fail the blower door test on the wrong side. They're too tight.
You need to send him over my way so I can have him go and redo the insulation on my house.
Yeah, no, I haven't had. I mean, obviously, out in your yard, you'll have field mice or whatever, but
Or chipmunks.
No, chipmunks are cool.
Until they get in your house.
Chipmunks.
What kind of house do you have? You got chipmunks in.
That was years ago. This was when I had my other dogs. Two chipmunks, I tell you, 2 separate days. Both of them died in the living room by my dogs.
If a chipmunk's like the inside of your house better than outside under a log, something's wrong.
Well, no.
What kind of house do you have if you got chipmunks inside? I've had a possum inside. Still don't know how the hell he got in either.
How'd you get a possum?
Don't know. He probably just walked through the door.
Well,
probably. I really have no idea. All I know is
did you pet him and say "good kitty, good kitty"? Did he hiss?
No, I found him with 44.
Yeah,
he was on the other side of a box in a corner. I couldn't see him. All I knew is the dogs had him cornered. And my coon hound, who should, want to go after him, as soon as he sees me walk in, he's like, "Oh, hey, Dad's here." And he just goes away. My other dog, Bailey, she's a mutt, and she's still ready to tear some ass. And I was yelling at her, "Get away!" And she stopped growling for a second. And then it growled back. I was like, "Oh, fuck that!" I was like, "Because whatever it is ready to go." And I don't know what it is. Like, bad enough that I'm blind and can't see it, but with it being on the other side of that box, I couldn't see it at all. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm firing a 44."
Did you have to file a thing with the police saying negligent discharge or something?
No.
No.
If you're protecting your own property, you're within your rights to do that. Actually, pretty much.
I'm not inside city limits, so.
Oh, you're not inside city limits. You're fine.
No.
Yeah.
Even still, unless the police were to come knocking, if you were inside city limits, why the hell would you report yourself?
Right.
Because you're a good person.
Because you follow the law.
Tony, he's like, Guns and Barbecue
Now,
is a
you
good
think
person.
possums are bad? Think about coyotes.
Gun-
Those things will
Guns
tear
and
you apart.
Barbecue being a good person is irregardless of the point.
You ever dealt with coyotes?
What about coyotes?
I've seen several. We got coyotes in Tennessee. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Dude, this is swarm of them is bad enough. I mean, literally,
Yeah,
a pack of them
yeah.
will kill you.
Yeah, they do kill people out in Arizona and that, because I've seen a thing where like people have broken down in the middle of the night and then thought, oh well, I can see some lights, so I'll walk over to that town, and the coyotes start circling them, and they're all calling, and then more come in, and they're dead. You know?
What bugs me about coyotes is that, and this has happened to me on a backpacking trip one time when I was in my 20s. They will act like they're afraid of you, and then as soon as you turn your back on them,
Yeah,
they'll run up
that's it.
behind you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they'll try
that's
to nip. They'll try to nip you, and then you
Yeah,
turn
well-
around and they go,
well, that's-
"Oh!" They act all
well, that-
cowardly.
Well, that's what they do with bigger animals. You see, they weaken the
Yeah.
animal by starting it to bleed, and then the animal will panic. So then they bite it some more, and then eventually, falls on the floor, and they all
Sneaking
jump in.
bear, because I've run across bears backpacking too. They just run off, right? They won't do that. They're
Bears won't do that.
The worst time for bears is if they got cubs.
yeah. No, you don't want to be.
And you like get in between or try and feed them or do some stupid
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
'Cause there was a
That
woman
the
that-
most afraid I was ever on the trail backpacking was when we heard this, and we looked up, and then there was a mama bear with 3 cubs in the tree, and I said, "Oh God, we're dead."
Hey,
We got it. We just walked off, and she left us alone. So.
There's a woman over there that's just been charged for fiddling with bears. She didn't get attacked, but she was getting too close, and it was all on video. So they've actually charged her with like basically fiddling with bears,
Wow.
what?
antagonizing them.
Oh, you mean provoking
Yeah.
bears?
Yeah, I don't mean kiddie fiddling, like fiddling with bears. I mean like interfering,
Provoking them?
yeah, provoking them basically, because she was getting too close. So it was on video. So they charged her for like interfering with wildlife.
Yeah.
Hey,
which
nice
is
strike.
fair.
Here's the thing about bears. If I was up in Alaska and I was like on a, say if I was on a trail, what actually would probably be carrying on me in case I ran into a grizzly bear?
What,
44 Magnum.
50 AE Action Express Desert Eagle.
Or
I wouldn't spend that much.
No, most
Well,
your
I would.
most of your Ranger types say 44 mag or something like
Yeah.
that. On some.
Beowulf.
50 AE, man. I'll take a 50 AE.
Oh, good Lord! You won't even be able to hit the thing,
Yeah, I would.
It's not going to take a 44 Magnum.
right?
And then you got the reliability of a revolver over a semi-auto, which Desert Eagles do have a reputation to be some jam-o-matics.
That's just a silly thought. Just
I mean,
stop even thinking that way, Warsaw. You
Come
get
on,
yourself
come
killed.
on.
But I got to be honest and still say, hey, I'm aware that they do have some feeding issues.
Is it certain cartridges they're using?
No, it's just you can go around and find plenty of reports where people are having issues, whether it's feeding and shit like that.
Desert Eagles need to be run in really well, and people don't, because the ammunition's expensive. They don't run them in very well, and the times they use them, you do get jams handling it.
Well, it's easy to
that's a
limp
good point,
wrist.
Richard. I never
It's
thought about
easy
that.
to limp wrist of 58 E2. I mean,
That's the limp wrist.
Yeah,
if-
but Richard has a good point too. I never thought about that one. I like that.
That's a lot of these large caliber guns. The ammunition's expensive, so people don't fire them very often, and they're not run in enough to, or they just leave them and they, bring them out once a year or once every couple of years. And they need
Yep.
all any semi-auto whatever, it needs to be run in.
Oh, wow.
Run it in a little while. Then
NY Outcast is out there saying ammo is expensive. Just take someone slower that you don't like with you.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I tell people that all the time.
Hey,
that'll work.
No, if that was my job up in Alaska or something, like if I was like wildlife ranger or whatever, I'd have one of those 50 Beowulf flipping ARs.
Mad Sexy says at NY Outcast, just hit him with the car door.
I
Yeah.
just take a 22 if I was going to Alaska. Make sure I took somebody with me, even if they're faster. Shoot them in the kneecap.
Echoes reloaded
They're
chamber
instantly
says
slower.
6 thumbs up. you all need to reload ammunition. Nah.
Or here's another option: get a 44 Mosin Nagant carbine.
Or you could just stay in Tennessee.
I think I have one. I've got a Type 53.
Use it on a bear if it charges you.
Stay in Tennessee. Stay in
not-
Tennessee and wait for the Chinese to turn up.
At $1 a round? No.
Wait for the what, Richard?
Chinese to turn up.
That bear can get his own dollar.
That's everybody's fantasy, isn't it? You know, the Chinese are coming, all the freaking space people. all these.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know what's worse: being charged with a grizzly bear or being charged by a Eurasian boar.
I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know.
Elephant would be worse. You see those charge people, and even when they're in a Toyota Hilux or something, they charge a Hilux and turn it over.
Well, their hide's only like 6 inches thick, and you got to shoot them just right over there. They'll keep coming.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine getting sat on by one. Hell with that.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, sadly.
I think you need to go back and listen to this episode, and go back and listen to the previous, and you'll see what I'm talking about on your microphone.
Yeah. Whatever.
There's some background. There's some like noise or something.
There's no noise.
There's
no noise.
Okay. Okay, smarty pants.
No, there's no noise.
There is no noise.
All right, everybody mute your microphones.
Yeah, mute your microphones for a second so I can see.
Hang on.
Yet.
Yeah, there's no noise. It's on your end, Tony.
Yeah, there's no noise.
No, it's not. I was muted when
I've got the denoise thing on, so there shouldn't be any background noise.
I think it's Warsaw.
It may be Warsaw.
No, it's not.
All right, turn off your mic.
No, silence.
See? There you go. Anyways, what other comments we got out there? We've got Sin of Anarchy 92 says at Night Strike, going into wolf territory is dangerous too, especially when they have wolf pups. The pack is even more dangerous than normal. Yeah, well, don't go into wolf territory then.
You got to be pretty far out there now to get into wolf territory.
Yeah, if there are any wolves left.
You don't have to worry about wolves. Worry about koi wolves. You ever seen those?
Mad Sexy is saying,
do those fly?
Hashtag pineapple and Canadian bacon belongs on pizza. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that.
You don't know what a koi wolf is?
Yeah,
I mean, look at a
cross between a coyote.
Hybrid.
Yeah, coyote, where a wolf has raped a coyote.
They're actually all the way up to Canada, all the way through the United States.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I've seen documentary on it.
Yeah.
You would think that wolves would want to stay pure breeds.
No, they're like humans. They'll diddle anything.
I thought they had higher standards than that.
Yeah, you wish they would.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Maybe they'll breed themselves into smallerness.
One can only hope, right?
Those coyotes are about half the size of a wolf.
No, they're big, actually. They're big, Tony. You actually have to look at them.
What are you talking about? Coyotes aren't that big. They don't get
but you mix breed with a wolf, and you will see what I'm talking about.
The coyote wolves are dangerous. Honestly, they are.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about coyotes.
No, we're talking mixed breeds.
Oh.
Wolf coyote hybrid.
Freaks in nature.
Yeah, because they're mixed, they're a bit fucked up in the head as well. That's why they like a bit more violent than a normal coyote. They're like retarded in an evil way.
I think those are banned in Tennessee.
Here, let me look up a picture real quick for you guys.
Yeah, they're all over the states. they're all over the states. They're all over Canada as well. Because I'm subscribed to a channel in Canada, and he's had a problem with them.
Here, I'll send you this nice strike.
Not yet.
Oh, I was muted. That's why no one was hearing me. All right. What am I seeing?
Koi wolf.
Yeah, I've seen those. They're not as big as a wolf.
No, they're big though.
They are slightly bigger than. Yeah, they are slightly bigger than a normal coyote. And they're they're a lot more aggressive when you come across them as well. They won't just move out your way. They will.
They don't sip martinis and
no, they come to you.
They're not very coy.
Rip you.
No, they're not coy boys.
Rip you to bits.
They look. I hate to say it, but it kind of looks like an American dingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got a comment out there. Daniel saying, "What optic would you get for a PTR 91?"
A what?
A PTR 91. Well,
G3. G3.
I don't know.
I've been looking at getting a primary arms 1:8 ACSS scope.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Or like that, if you got the money. I mean, Trigicon BCOG.
No, if you're gonna put a Trigicon on it, put an ACOG on it.
Right,
if you want to put that, you put that kind of money on it.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to put an optic on a gun like that.
What are you going to use it for? You know, is it?
I mean,
if you're still using it as a battle rifle, you want something like a aim point comp 4.
Yeah.
If you're going to use it as a DMR type thing, you want something like.
You're not the scout sniper. You're the
right, and that's why I'm saying an ACOG probably would be better than trying to put like some sort of unless you're trying to do if you're trying to turn it from like a normal PTR 91 into like like more make it more of a PSG style, then you get a ridiculous scope when you put on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you're not trying
to put a lot on it,
if you're not trying to be precision shooting with it, you just want to do between, I don't know, I'm gonna throw a number out here, okay, between 1 and 600 yards, then honestly go with something like like a primary arms scope, or get like an ACOG, a Trigicon ACOG, or hell get you can even try a red dot too. That might be all right, but that you have limitations with range.
At 300 yards, the dot would be as big as a pickup truck.
Right. So you'll have problems with range. But again,
just leave the sights off of it, man. You can hit a target at 300 yards.
Again, try shooting it
just
with the
easy.
sights on it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Tony's used the G3. I've seen the video.
Try shooting it with the sights on it first, and try different ranges. If you don't like the sights on it, then try look at probably a primary arms ACSS. Look at Trigicon ACOG. If you want more longer range, then I'm not really big on large optics. So as someone who deals a lot with scopes, I think AWAG would probably recommend you getting like an SWFA scope or something.
Yeah, nice trick. I got bounce. All right.
All right, later, Warsaw.
See ya.
So that's
he doesn't ever talk. He doesn't say bye to me and Richard. He just says bye. He says, "Hey, nice strike. How about this? Hey, nice strike." And he says, "Hey, nice strike. I gotta go."
Because I'm the most important one here.
He needs to learn some manners as a youngster.
Oh boy, Tony's laying down the law already.
I'm just kidding. I hope he'll hear that and feel guilty, feel bad.
Yeah, but that's what I would recommend, Daniel. If you're gonna put some sort of optic on a PTR 91, look.
Have you shot one? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Shoot it first. See how it is with the sights. Adjust the sights as necessary, because who knows? At the end of the day, even if you get an optic, you may have to use the iron sights at some point, anyways.
Yeah.
So make sure you've got those dialed in first, and then after that, if you do want an optic, again, as I said, look at the Trigicon ACOG, look at the primary arms, ACSS. Also look at the.
It's not like it's just not like an M4 or something where you're going to be shooting a bunch of rounds through it at distance like that.
And my Outcast says, "Stop pussyfooting around and put a chainsaw on it." Almost. But remember, it's a 308 rifle. It's a battle rifle.
It's 3. I mean, you're talking about some of the guys.
It's not an AR-15.
You'd probably get about 50 rounds of the ACOG and fall off the stupid thing.
Yeah. No, an ACOG would probably. I mean, yeah. He's like Daniel says. Yes, I have 3 of them. Okay.
But yeah,
he's got them. So.
Yeah. But if you want to keep it as a battle rifle, then and you still want to put an optic on it, it's
Well,
got to be a red dot, and not a micro one. You want
okay.
a large.
Daniel's
like
giving us a little more
core.
context. He's got 3 of them,
Yeah.
but he just got one that has a rail on it. So
Yeah.
he's asking because he's looking at putting looking at putting
Yeah, so you
something
put
on that rail.
you want to put it into a DMR type rifle, semi-automatic marksman rifle, then you put something like you're saying, ACOG, primary arms, because they're a lot cheaper. Or if you want to spend like a couple of thousand, you got that VCOG that they do, that Trijicon do, which is designed for 308, fully adjustable. But that's I think they're like they're like $2,000 or $3,000, but you get you get the primary arms equivalent. It's going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I would look at primary arms. There's also there's tons of other companies, but I'm a cheap ass, so everyone knows this. So look around and see what you get deals on. Right now, you can probably find a deal. So if not, wait. I mean, it's got sights on it already, so you're not going to lose anything. But it's just that's what I would recommend with as far as what types, because that's what I've been looking at putting on mine. Because I've got a reel. I've been actually looking at getting like an ACOG or like an ACOG copy and throwing that on and see how that works.
Heresy.
NY Outcast, it's probably all the ones he has probably aren't New York compliant, so just don't ask. They're not New York compliant, so you can't have one. They've got the bayonet looks on them.
It's not about a chainsaw.
And they look scary.
Yeah, they look scary. They're they don't have the 10-round magazines.
You put a chainsaw
So you can
bayonet.
only load 7 rounds into.
Yeah, you put a chainsaw bayonet on it, it'd be even more scary.
Yeah.
You need a beer can holder.
Especially one with a 3-foot bar on it.
Hey, you leave my beer can holders alone. I'm telling you right now. We will fight for that shit here.
It's got a USB on it, so you can charge your phone up.
Okay, that's going overboard. That is going overboard.
Yeah, well, someday our black rifles will be able to absorb light like solar panels and create.
Well, you've already got those optics with a solar panel, a hollow sun, isn't it? So if you could put an OSB on your hollow sun, you might be able to charge your phone up in a week. You could have
I'm saying the texture of the rifle, the black rifle itself, should be able to absorb energy. And create.
That's the problem with black rifles, like they've shown in the desert. What was it, Nut and Fancy or whatever?
You can't hold them after 30 minutes.
Red off. Puts them down on the ground for dinner, and then comes back to do some more shooting.
That's why he's always out there in the winter.
Yeah. I don't watch his channel anymore, but he has done some good videos in the past.
Gosh, it's been like 10 years since I watched one of his videos.
I just got fed up with like watch videos that are an hour long. I just don't need to.
I got tired of the car video, all that other stuff he got into.
Yeah.
No, Daniel, I don't mean Mountain Dew can holders. I mean beer can holders.
You need a lift holder as well, and whatever you want to put on it. Make it super scary.
Super scary. Super scary. So.
Somewhere to put your needle for your heroin as well.
Whoa. I'm not doing drugs here. No, stop.
You can turn it into a super scary rifle for California.
I'm already scared now.
And you need the cancer warning label on it as well.
All right.
You can keep your hashish in the little back, the little flat door in the back on the back.
That's it in the stock. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
With your suicide tablets, just in case you get captured.
All right, Mr. Leader. All right, so that's all we got tonight. So, guys,
Tony, I was going to ask you something. Have you been to Colorado recently?
No, I flew over it, but I haven't been to it.
No, it wasn't you then. It wasn't you then. So that's all right.
Somebody did something wrong in someone's house.
Yeah. Tony,
hilarious.
I'm
What
just
did I
checking.
miss?
Well, you know Ava, don't you?
Who?
Ava in Colorado.
Ava Gabor? Who?
No, Ava Flannel. She's on YouTube, gun instructor channel. She does reviews and stuff.
No. Let me go. What? How do you spell it? AVA what?
AVA Flannel. It's basically, I call her Ava Flannel, but that's just the common version. But it's her name's Flannel. She's in Colorado. Someone's pissed in her. Someone's urinated in her house.
Are you serious? Oh, I see.
If you go to the last video that she's uploaded, the taser one, because that's what she's on about, having a taser inside her house. It starts off. It's quite a sad story actually, but then at the end of it, when she's talking about the taser, it gets more interesting. But it's like, what the fuck? You know, you invite someone to your house and they fucking end up a bit like effed up on whatever.
I found her channel.
Yeah, she's a nice woman.
She's kind of cute.
Yeah, she's nice. Dude.
She's only got 24,000 subs though. I'm surprised she didn't have more than that.
Yeah, she's been on YouTube for a while. She does do a podcast as well. But I've met her before, but the last time I met her, she at the last NRA show, she just like looked at me and walked by. But then that was because I was with Johnny. They had a bit of an argument, and she wouldn't speak to Johnny, so then she wouldn't speak to me because I was stood next to Johnny. But
too much drama. See, women have this memory; they don't forget anything.
But she's all right, you know. She's
not
one of these. She's not a gun bunny or
whatever. Well, that's too bad.
People keep telling me, "Oh, you should get with her because then, like, you could make some really amazing videos." And I thought, no, she's too posh for me. Like,
or y'all could get married and you become an American citizen right off the bat.
Isn't she from New York?
No, well, yeah, no, she worked in New York. She's originally from Colorado. She moved back to Colorado. Her parents are still there. Yeah. She's got her own place and everything. But she used to work for a football team in New York, and then she moved back. And she's been doing the firearms thing for quite a while now.
Daniel says Night Strike's got to go to bed now. It's past dusk. No, I don't have to go to bed. It's just I'm
surprised he's not complaining about eating pizza because you usually don't eat till after.
No, well, I was eating during the chat, so.
I was wondering.
But no, I don't have to. I'm out of stuff to talk about, and I just don't want it to be boring to people.
Richard always has some good subjects.
Yeah.
Like this girl. I'm surprised she didn't have more.
I'm surprised you didn't know already because she knows everybody else. She knows Eric, and she's been at
that's the problem. She knows Eric.
Eric knows everybody. Okay.
Yeah, and Guns and Gear and Plinkster. She did a video of Plinkster.
Mr. Guns and Deals.
I'll tell you what, that's funny to watch. The one she did with
Plinkster. Next time you come over here, I'll tell you the drama between me and Plinkster.
Yeah. Well, her and Plinkster went into a gun store and pretended like they didn't know much about guns, and it's actually quite a funny video to watch. But then afterwards, they said to the gun store who they were, but it's quite a funny video. But,
he probably didn't know or care either.
Well, I'm surprised the gun shop didn't even recognize Plinkster, the size of his channel. But yeah, apparently probably they did. Not.
I mean, he's kind of a presence. He's kind of hard to miss.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a funny video.
Surprised she only has like 1 million views. I'm surprised she didn't have more views.
Yeah, she's a nice woman. She's too posh for me. She wouldn't like me cutting wood up in the driveway and stuff, If I got my chainsaw out for the.
She wouldn't like you cutting up what?
Well, if I started cutting up firewood in the driveway or something like that,
Oh. No, she just because she lived in New York, she just tell you to go and turn the AC heater on.
Oh, I should probably just sue you or something. But no, she's not.
When was the last time you talked to Eric?
I've spoken to Brandy by email recently. Eric, I haven't spoken to for a little while.
She's supposed to put me back on the list, but I don't think. When's the next shoot?
October, like the usual time.
They didn't have it last year, though, did they?
No, that's why they had 2 this year. They had one. They just had one, like a month or 2 ago, and they've got another one coming up. October, November. No, before November. It's got to be October, the usual time they have it, because like like Flying Rich
No,
and that.
I'm not saying the panel is boring, Daniel. I'm saying that I just don't want it to be boring for the people watching. That's
Yeah. But yeah.
Thanks for trying to twist my words.
But they're on about like people. They keep onto me about you need to come over. You need to come over. And I said yeah, but they don't. A lot of people over there, they don't understand that there is an actual flight ban for people from the UK. You know, it's like I've had the Gun Collective. They've asked me 20 times can you be in Houston? And I've told them every time it's down to Biden to lift the ban. You know, it's not down to
I didn't
me.
realize that was still in effect. I thought that was.
Well, the UK government lifted all restrictions on US citizens. So if you visit here now, you did have to do a quarantine, like a week or two quarantine or 10 days, whatever it was. They changed it a couple of times. But now you can fly straight in, and say if you were visiting me, you can come straight to my house. So
I require like a vaccine passport or anything.
Yeah, they want you to have the vaccine to be able to fly, and that's what the American government have said as well. They want, if you're flying internationally to anywhere, they want you to have your vaccine, or whatever vaccine you're going to have.
Okay, so Daniel's asking, is it true what people say about Eric? You'll have to be more specific about what.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of bullshit.
There's a lot to say, a lot of good stuff.
There's a lot of good stuff, and then there's probably a lot.
It's the same with a lot of people, like with Jaeger or whatever. Unless you spend time with them,
exactly. James is the best example of that. People don't realize he's just a big teddy bear.
Now, out of everybody, I mean, you helped me out last year, Tony, when that hotel tried to rape me in Nashville. But like Jaeger was the second YouTuber I ever met face to face, and that was 2014. And since then,
I'm sorry.
Jaeger's spoken to me every year, and he said, if you ever get into trouble at a show, meaning like I get robbed or whatever, or I get ill, make sure he knows, and he will make sure that I'm looked after. And when I came back that time to Atlanta, and I was badly sunburned, his wife, one of their friends that was at the show, was a nurse, and she had this like sunburn cream. I can't remember what it was, but she gave me a little tub of it, and I tell you what, it was the best stuff I've ever put on my legs. And it's just, but it's the same with Eric. When I've stayed at Eric's house, he looks after you,
Oh, they're all good people.
Yeah, and it's like when I first went to Eric's, I didn't want to put too much of a burden on them, and like Brandy saw me at the show when they had that meeting, and she said, "I thought you're going to visit us," and I said, "Yeah, I am." I said, "I'm here for another few days." I said, "I was planning on I was going to go to Moss first thing Monday morning," and she said, "Right," and she gave me the card, and she said, "Right, when you get to Moss, give them this card, and someone like Eric or her or Kevin, because Kevin was working for them full time at the time, they will come and pick you up." Well, what happened was, when I got there, they didn't really believe who I was, and then I gave them the card. They didn't take the card because they already had Brandy's number anyway. So they go, "Oh, right, so you do know them?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Brandy gave me this, Anyway, so then after that, when they phoned her, Brandy said on the phone, "Yes, that is our friend from the UK. We will be right there." So then then they were a bit more open at Moss, and they said, "Oh, do you want to have a look at?" sort of thing. So then I was behind the counter and everything, and then Eric pulled up outside. Now I didn't know what truck Eric had, and the guy in Moss, one of the higher up people, said,
he wouldn't tell you either.
He said, "Fuck me, you must know these guys pretty well because that's Eric himself that's come to pick you up," and it's gone from there. And then the second time I went back, I stayed at Eric's the whole time, apart from the first night I got there, just to be polite to Eric because I didn't want Eric coming to Atlanta airport at flipping stupid o'clock at night, No. And yeah, they've been brilliant,
I remember the first time I met Eric, they shut down that part of the store where they were working to make a video with me. With the crickets. They were just it was amazing. So all these people like that, like James especially, everybody watches his videos and thinks he's some kind of weirdo.
At the moment, James is getting accused of being drunk on video all the time, but he's got a problem. He's got a problem with his tongue at the moment.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I mean, look at the guy. He lets people stay in his basement when they come to,
that's it. Well, I tell you this now,
That could have been worded better, Tony.
Yeah, but
well, he's got a team room.
the first
it's
time
it's like a man cave.
I know he does, but it's just like the way you worded it. That sounds so awful. It's like he's got a dungeon basement.
Yeah.
No.
But the first time I sat down properly with James somewhere where we could have a drink and that, and he ordered some pizzas in for like me and a couple of other people that were there, and I said, "Well, let me buy you a drink, James." And he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink one drop of alcohol, like because you know. And he said, "Oh, I don't want to upset you because you can't buy me a drink." I said, "Don't worry about it. I don't drink a lot myself anymore. So I drink more when I visit the States because it's cheaper."
Usually, when I say I want to buy someone a drink, I usually say a drink or a beverage of your choice because I don't automatically assume everybody drinks because they don't.
No, that's it. Yeah, some people don't. It's like the Bahamas. They make really good rum and everything, but a lot of the locals are none of them drink. And then some do, and they drink too much. It's the same wherever you go.
Don't get me wrong. I like good beer here every now and then. I like the hard stuff even better, but I hardly ever drink anything, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Unfortunately,
it's
bad for you, man. It'll kill your liver and your kidneys. And
yeah, what's it? Well, I've had times.
Tony, you're sounding like a Mormon.
Well,
I'm just telling you, man, it will.
I've had time, like after the handgun ban here, because I had nothing to do. I drank quite a bit because I just stuck at home with nothing to do. It got boring, watching crap TV and stuff. So I would drink to basically go to sleep, to be able to get to sleep. Actually, you'd be up flipping for 2 days in a row, bored out your head. And then that's
watching that TV over there.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I joined the army. Was like because I was in my early 30s when I joined the army, you see, and that was just I needed to get out of Bournemouth because where I was at the time, you had a choice. You could get mixed up with some flipping idiots, and I didn't want to do that. And then I was at work at Bournemouth Airport, and I saw that advertisement for 6-3 Squadron. So I thought, well, what is this shit? Because I've never heard of it. So I rung them, and got a guy there asked me some questions. And then I never heard anything for just over a month. And I thought, well, that was a fucking waste of time. And then I'm sat there one night and I'm just about to open a bottle of whiskey.
Daniel, I drink more than just Mountain Dew. I drink Coca-Cola, I drink Pepsi, I drink whatever's on sale. It's not always just Mountain Dew. It's whatever's on sale. I'm like Clovertac. I'm cheap.
And the phone went and it's a sergeant and he's asked, oh yeah, you contacted us. And I said, yeah, fuck me, that was like 6-7 weeks ago. And he said, well, if you'd like to come up tonight and have a chat with us, we'll see that if you can stay, And I did me 5 years, off and on, and I'm more the better for it. I don't talk a lot about what I did in the army because I'm not supposed to, and I didn't go anywhere exciting. There isn't any.
So basically,
stories.
You stayed at home.
Well, yeah, I stayed within the UK.
Yeah.
I had some nice toys to play with and everything, but I didn't. There was a couple of things that happened.
I'm guessing it was just a lot of boring guard duty.
Well, no, not really. It was just training a lot of the time, and then other times they were talking about.
Tony, what are you drinking, LaCroix?
Why won't my camera stick? I'm selecting camera. This is what I drink right here.
Is that LaCroix? Yeah, it's LaCroix.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Sparkling water.
Oh, is it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
And there's no sugar, no calories.
No, I drink a lot of water at work all day. That's all I have at work is water. It's good for washing the dust down and everything.
Yeah.
And Daniel says, I'm trying to get you a Dew sponsorship, Night Strike. I'm not going to get a sponsorship from anyone. I'm too controversial. I'll never get a sponsorship.
And boring.
I'm going to have to wear a blue dress just so I can get Sharpshooter's sponsorship. And even then, I don't want to wear a blue dress.
I keep hearing all this talk about wearing a dress, but I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet because I have to go get one.
I think that's just an excuse. Order it on Amazon. I'll order one for you on Amazon and have it sent to your house.
Yeah.
Then you won't have excuses anymore.
Huh.
Is it low? Is it cut low in the front?
No, it needs to be, ankle length.
Is it like thigh high?
No, not thigh high.
This is starting to get me excited.
Oh God, no. Tony wants to see me in drag. There we go.
Are you going to wear a wig too? A
No,
curly
I'm not
wig?
gonna wear a wig. I'm not
Long
doing any-
curly?
No.
Oh man, you have to. What are you talking about?
I only agreed to the dress.
He
You
does
can't
look
wear a dress without a wig,
he
goofball.
does look a bit like your lost son, Tony.
What's that? What?
Wow. All right.
It looks like what?
A lost son from somewhere. Like from
Yeah. Yeah.
From a previous marriage or whatever.
Yeah. From that gorilla lady I used to marry.
Oh wow. All right. Ouch.
Uh,
I think he's hairier than I am.
Yeah.
but it's like with Eric again. See, when that woman drove into the back of his truck the first time he picked me up, he didn't lose his temper or anything. He just got out and had a look, and then she's fucked her car up on my tow bar, and she's done like no damage to his truck.
I was going to say, if it's like my truck, they don't make much damage when they run into it.
No, that's it, you know. And then it was just like, oh yeah, this sort of thing happens here all the time, you know. And you know, if it's
So gotta go and.
Didn't he have like a Hummer or something? What did he have?
no, that Suits has got a Hummer. What did we
Eric used to have something.
Suits
It was
has
like,
a Hummer, but he doesn't drive it everywhere.
Yeah. So, yeah, Suits has got the gay boy Hummer. He doesn't have the military one. He has the gay one.
See, the thing with Suits is, if Suits has to drive anywhere out of Greenville, he takes a normal car.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
better
it.
mileage.
Yeah, that's.
I was going to say, because he can't get any farther than that, probably.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I met him in Columbia. We had a long conversation, and it's just like so what are you driving? You're not driving that SUV you shot the hood of, are you? He's like, no, I came in a car because it's cheaper in gas.
Yeah, but no, like that pickup, like Suits got a lot of crap for buying that Hummer because you're a prepper when you buy that, you know. But that 150 truck he had, he's had that for like 15 whatever years, you know, that 150 that he shot up the hood on,
Yeah.
He had that truck for a long time, and I
if
think
it was me, I would get one of the diesel Humvees.
Yeah.
And because hear me out. It's a diesel Humvee, but remember, you can make biodiesel and throw that in there. You could probably run the whole, because it's a diesel engine. You could probably run the whole damn thing off of just normal oil, anyways.
Well, normally what I did with my Volkswagen van here, and that was brand new in 2005. I was mixing cooking oil, like half and half diesel. I filled up, and that ran fine. So that wasn't used oil. That was
here it
new
goes,
oil.
Tony, listen to this.
Screen share Amazon.
I saw it.
Daniel is giving $2 saying, "Screen share the Amazon. I'll pay for it."
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know. My shirt size is 3X, so help me figure out. Men's
Well,
size.
then you got to convert it to woman sizes, which is hard to do. It's like metric to
right. I wear a 48-30, jeans. So yeah, figure that one out too.
But you have to have a wig. I'll supply the wig.
All right, fine. Send me a wig.
It's not going to be the same effect if you don't wear a wig.
I'm not wearing any makeup, so just get that out of your head right now.
You have to at least wear eyeshadow.
No, I'm not.
Or
Absolutely
lipstick.
not.
You can dye the beard purple or pink or something.
I'm putting my foot down. I'm not dyeing anything. I'm not wearing any makeup. So just deal with it.
Get a mohawk and dye the beard like purple or pink.
I'm not.
Even male actors wear lipstick on camera.
That's male actors.
I'll tell you what. You could use that zombie
I live in California.
You could use that zombie 1911 you got, and you could dye your beard the same color.
Oh my God, no! Richard, you shush.
And your eyebrows as well.
Richard,
I see a camo dress would look really good.
Down the street, go to the shop and get some fish and chips and shush.
I had fish and chips today.
Oh my God!
With mushy peas as well. It was nice. I also stopped at KFC after I got my bedding washed as well.
KFC is KFC. That's different.
No, that was good. It was good. I didn't go for the big thing. I did say to the woman, "I don't want the freaking chips," and she still gave me the chips. So,
hey, I like the new fries that KFC does. I miss the old wedges.
they're like
I miss
chunky.
the wedges, but I do like the new fries.
They used to be here. They used to be the same as like what you get in McDonald's, and they've changed them to like a more like traditional chip, where they're a bit more chunkier,
Right.
and they've got a bit more the. I think they've got a bit more potato skin.
We got another one here.
They're not those. They're not those processed ones. They actually are made from real potatoes.
Daniel gives another super chat, $2, saying it's a slippery slope. We start with laugh out loud. We start.
Now, see,
with
he's starting to talk dirty now. He said slippery slope.
Yeah, he's talking dirty. He's starting to sound like a Democrat.
Starting to sound like Wanky Marshall.
No, I'll be honest. I use the slippery slope term too, but only when we're talking about laws.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've heard Tony use the term too.
Yeah.
I just did.
Tony, you've used the term before in conversations we've had.
Yeah,
But then you have all these weirdos who think that it's
Right.
some weird phrase when it's not.
It's a common phrase in the United States.
It's a common phrase. It's funny how people latch on to things.
Well, but because people latch on to things and they fantasize. The problem is you're fantasizing about just our language. Jesus Christ.
I'm glad we came up with a new definition for slippery slope, though. I like that.
Yeah. Great. I'm glad. Sam of Anarchy 92 says, just get a Ford Ranger, F-150s, Chevy Silverado, Dodge Ram.
I've had my F-150 for like 7 years now.
If I move over, I want a Toyota Tacoma.
You want a Tacoma? Okay.
Yeah. Because you can get that because you can get it in manual, you see.
Tony will start him off with a Tacoma, and then we'll get him a 150.
Yeah. Well, if they do the 150 in manual, then no problem. If they need to do a diesel manual, and I would buy a 250 or a 150.
The last Ford manual I had was a 72 250.
Yeah.
And it had the granny gear in it. It had a 3-speed.
Yeah.
With the granny gear, and it was an awesome truck. You could put that thing in granny gear, and it would just creep.
I miss my old Pathfinder because it had 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And it had heated seats too.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help in South Carolina, but I want
Subaru to make up their mind whether they're going to do one truck or 2 trucks, because there's a rumor at the moment they might be coming back with some trucks, but they won't commit to definitely saying, oh yes. And they keep releasing these like.
Is it going to be electric?
Well, no, it's supposed to be it'll be gasoline.
Yeah.
But one of them is based on the front end of a Forester. Ooh. And then the other one may be a modernized version of that Brat pickup they used to do.
I'm surprised nobody that they're not coming out with an electric vehicle.
Yeah,
well, they will eventually, because like over here by 2030.
Daniel says he ordered the Cybertruck. I doubt that.
Well, we're all on the reserve list, right?
Right.
I'm on the reserve list for Bollinger, Rivian,
Cybertruck.
All of the trucks. I keep getting these emails. Okay, we're ready for your money now. I'm like, no.
I mean, I quite like that. What was it, Jeep Gladiator truck?
Yeah.
They're quite a lot of money, but what they need to do with that one is make a single cab so you can put like a truck camper or something on it. But then a lot of people have had them, and they're saying they're crap. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't like them. But some people say they're wonderful. Some people say they're crap. But
I'm going to show you the truck I want. Right here.
All right, let's see.
If I can screen share.
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, that's a Gladiator. That's a Jeep Gladiator.
Is that a Jeep
No, this is the Bollinger.
No. Yeah, I know. I've seen that one. Yeah.
This one's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the other one I've seen as well, which is a bit smaller than that one, is Alpha. It's made by a company called Alpha in California, and it's called an Alpha Wolf, and it does look like a smart truck, but it's all electric.
This one has it's not a very good website for it. It has a compartment, basically, that runs all the way through it.
Yeah.
Right. That you can stack lumber and stuff up all the way to here. All the way to here, because this is the trunk.
Yeah.
Up front.
Yeah, because like that, if you look at that Alpha Wolf, they've got like a small trunk in the front, under the front bonnet, and then the back of the truck as well. So you've got a lot of storage. But it's a smaller truck than that one.
This is a pretty big truck.
Yeah, because that one looks like an enlarged Range Rover, enlarged Land Rover.
Daniel says it's just $100 to get on the order list. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I'm not giving him $100 for it.
Well, that's you're at the bottom of the list for $100. If you want to be on the real waiting list, it's like
you got to give him the full price.
It's like $1,000 to get on the real waiting list.
But yeah, that Alpha Wolf is a nice truck. If it's but I haven't actually seen one being driven yet. You know, so.
Of course, Ford has theirs already built.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people over here are saying that electric Ford Mustang thing, that EMAC or whatever it's called, they're pretty good.
They just need it when they improve the batteries, they'll really take off because the range just sucks on them. Like that Bollinger.
Asking, have you seen the new Hummers that have crab wheels? I have not seen them. What do they look like?
That Bollinger has like a 250-mile range. The range is terrible on the electric trucks.
Yeah, that's it. That Alpha Wolf, the mileage is only like 275 or something like that.
I heard Hummer was coming out with like an electric version.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Well, who was it? Was it Bollinger or was it who's that? Not Rivian. One of those companies is already making vehicles for the military, and that's why they're behind on orders, civilian orders.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, that Rivian is another electric truck I've seen. But that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that electric Hummer truck as well, that's going to be a lot of money. Well, I watched one today where a Tesla was a drunk driver, teenage driver driving it. He hit a light pole, went across the road or whatever, and he crashed into a gasoline station, and the whole thing went up. And it took the fire brigade 100,000 gallons of water to put the fire out.
Oh, because it was electric batteries.
Because you got the flipping lithium in the batteries that burns.
Yeah.
Very hot.
Did it kill him?
I don't know. They didn't say whether they said it. They said he was a drink driver and that, so he must be alive for them to know.
Was he driving it, or was it?
No, the teenager, like or in his 20s or teens, was driving.
No, what I mean, it wasn't on auto. It wasn't on self-driving.
No. He was driving it and he was drunk.
Well,
so he must have survived for them.
I think Hummer's still owned by GMC.
Yeah, but that video of that Tesla is on.
No.
It's on RT News.
Daniel says Hummer is Chinese now, so is that going to be for the military? No, I don't want a Chinese car. Okay, okay. Yes, I have Chinese guns, but that's only because, it just kind of happened that way. But I'm not buying any Chinese cars. I'm not in the pocket of big China either. So Daniel, you can cut that out.
Is Hummer really Chinese now?
I don't know. I don't know who owns Hummer.
Surely not. Well, I got to go look this one up.
Who owns Hummer?
Oh, Syria.
General Motors owns Hummer.
Yeah, they don't own Chinese. Why would the military buy vehicles from the Chinese?
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
The United States military only buys vehicles from one country, and it ain't China.
It ain't China.
Well, it's like the other night. I was watching a video, and some idiot in the comments had put, "Oh, I'm fed up with the USA having bases in Russia and China," and everyone said, "What the fuck are you talking about? They don't have military bases in China or Russia." And then I said to him, "You're an idiot or whatever." And then he come back to me and started having a go at me. But then you looked at his comment, and he's edited it and changed it to near. Yeah. So I thought. But the thing is, like, YouTube tells you that comment's been edited anyway, and I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one to spot it, so I told him where to get off to, and he hasn't replied. He hasn't replied back to me. I said because I edit my comments if I'm here late at night or whatever, and I'm half asleep, and I write something and it's misspelt or something. Someone you get the grammar Nazis, and there's
I only edit my posts on YouTube.
I'll then edit it and spell it right, but I say to the person, as long as they're not stupid about it, like too much of a Nazi, I'll tell them, "Oh, thank you very much for letting me know." I'm not going to start having a go at them. The
only time I edit a YouTube comment that I make on somebody's video or whatnot, or just even on my own stuff, is because I messed up and I screwed up my spelling, and that's the only one thing that irks me. Grammar, I don't give two shits about grammar. But when it comes to spelling, you know, if I misspell a word, it pisses me off because I can do better.
Well, there is another.
Besides that, autocorrect is on, and you can just.
There is another. The other problem I have as well. It's got better now than what it was when I was younger. But I'm slightly sort of dyslexic, where like say the word like bird, the way that's spelled, I will get the middle two letters the other way around, so it's brid instead of bird. And for years, I used to spell bird that it was brid, and it used to wind one guy up because his actual name was Steve Bird, and when I wrote his invoice out, it always said Steve Brid, and he used to get really pissed off at me. Well, in the end, I got that sorted out. But sometimes there's other words that I'll get the letters mixed the wrong way around, just the middle two letters or something like that.
That's just the way I type sometimes.
Yeah, and it's and when you say it late at night, and I don't have all the lights on at night. I just got my little desk light on next to my bed, and you're typing away, and then the next day when you get home and check your messages, you spelt that wrong. So if they're just normal about it, I'll say thanks for letting me know, and I'll go and correct it. So my comment is edited, but I don't get all shitty about it. Everyone makes mistakes. I mean, it's like when I had that Glock video up, which I shot when I was with Such, that new 19X, because he asked me, is there anything that you want to shoot? And I said, well, that new Glock 19X you've got, I said, because you've only just got that, I wouldn't mind having on it.
Daniel says, $2 super chat says, Google is Hummer owned by China. It sold in 2019. Okay, hold up. There is a caveat there. I believe they only sold the equipment to that Chinese company, but they retained the name brand and the nameplate of the Hummers. So they sold the equipment to China, but they didn't sell the branding, as far as I know. Because I've looked it up right now, because I do remember hearing something about that they were bought by a Chinese company, but I also remember that GM is still marketing some vehicles as Hummer, and it says in June 2009, as part of the General Motors bankruptcy, the company revealed that the Hummer brand would be discontinued. However, the following day, GM announced that it had reached a deal to sell the brand to an undisclosed buyer. After GM that same day, the sale was to an undisclosed Chinese company. Identified the buyer as China-based Sichuan Tengzong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company, Ltd. Later that day, Sichuan Tengzong itself announced the deal on their website. In 2010, GM announced that Tengzong deal had collapsed, and the Hummer brand would soon shut down.
Yeah.
There were reports that the Tengzong might pursue the purchase of the Hummer brand from GM by purchasing it privately through the company's website deals. But eventually, it ended up that Hummer retained all the rights to the GM retained all the rights to the Hummer. It's on Wikipedia, just in case you wanted to look at it.
In any event, China's not making our military transport vehicles. I can promise you that.
No, but they did try and sell it, and if that Chinese company actually had money,
they probably sold the rights to that gay one they used to make.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
The actual proper heavy duty military ones, they would still be made in the US by someone. Because it's like those Stewart and Stevenson lorries, those trucks when they came out. I mean, that's a really nice truck the US Army uses, but that's being made by someone else now.
Yeah.
And it's not Stewart and Stevenson on the label, but it's still the same truck. It's still made within the US. They make them like a 4-wheeler, 6-wheeler, and then some other versions.
Because I can promise you, the electronics in anything the Chinese build has little tracker chips in it.
Oh yeah.
Anything the Chinese build is collecting all your data.
Yeah.
But no, that when I was shooting that new Glock,
but here in the United States, the only companies allowed to do that is the government and say large corporations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Amazon and delivery.
Verizon,
Amazon and Google.
Verizon, AT&T.
Yeah, but like Walmart and that, they put trackers in their trucks so they can update. It's not just keeping an eye on the driver. They update their system to let the store know your truckload of toilet paper is going to be there at 6 o'clock tonight or whatever. That's why a lot of them do it. It's like a lot of delivery things.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what they say anyway.
All right, I'm gonna kill it. We've been going 2 hours. It's a good stopping point now. So again, we'll be back probably Tuesday. Probably be back. Or
Yeah, I'm on
Thursday, Friday.
I'm on late shift next week, so it's going to be better. But I don't know if
I was gonna end it, but with this, I gotta do this.
Daniel must have a little drug selling operation going on or something. He's got all kinds of cash.
Daniel gave $30 saying live blue dress shop. All right, Tony, live stream the blue dress. We'll get this done.
What now? Do it now.
Time of Anarchy 92 says that Night Strike rather restore a 65 Mustang or 69 Camaro than buy a fucking stupid Tesla.
Yeah, well, if it's going to be an everyday driver, then yeah. Because I wouldn't want a really old car.
Go ahead and yell at me for doing this, but why don't I just take a Nissan Leaf and just gut the innards, the actual electrical stuff, and apply that to insert old car of your choice to have an electric vehicle.
Convert it into a V8.
Yeah.
Take a Nissan Leaf, take out the electric motor and the batteries, and convert it into a V8.
Yeah.
Just you need the trainer ones on it as well.
So, but I wouldn't buy a Tesla for $40,000. That's for sure.
My first car was a Fiesta. You've got them over there, but it was an old shape. It was a 1988 car it was, and I stuck train horns on that car. So you got a little tiny car with train horns on it, and it was brilliant because you come around a corner and you blast the horn, and the person they panic. Oh, I better pull over, and a little shitty car comes around the corner.
Yeah.
We go for a tunnel. That was the best one. We go for like underneath the freeway. Give it a good blast. Yep. Give it a good blast, and then people the other side think, "Fuck, I better move over out of the way." The little Fiesta.
Well, I gotta go get in the bathtub.
All right, you get the bathtub.
I gotta go take a shower before I go to bed. I'll be stinky.
Oh no.
We'll stay up a bit longer and see what happens.
Daniel says, I'm in the business of making big chunks of metal smaller, and it pays pretty well. So you work in a machine shop. Yeah, I think you've jumped on before and showed you have your own machine shop, don't you? I think we've seen that before. So. All right, let's see.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
All right. Take it easy, Tony. We'll see you later.
Nice talking, guys.
Are you going to be on over the weekend?
Yeah, I gotta do some drawing work in the morning.
All right, let us know.
Oh yeah, y'all come on. You can help me design a house.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, see you guys
later.
Bye.
Yeah, see you later.
All right. I got to figure out how to convert women's sizes to men, I guess. Let's see. Oh, Daniel says yes. He just acquired a bigger machine shop, 18 employees. Wow. He takes over ownership in January. Well, you know what? Let's do this. So, see. Congratulations, Daniel.
That's not Marty Daniel. It could be Marty Daniel. I don't think it's Marty Daniel.
Yeah, it could be, But I'm also going to do this one, too. There we go. I love that. I love having the sound effects back.
Yeah, that's what. Have you seen Crumpy when he does it?
Oh yeah. Because I had to get the one that Crump uses, so I had to program that in because I love this one.
It's makes me.
Corn Pop was a
I showed
I love that.
Yeah, I showed Crumpy that link for those Wolverine T-shirts I found, and he was like, "Oh, they look so cool." So tonight when G-Webs was on, I put it in the chat and someone deleted it, and I thought, "Oh, thank you very much."
G-Webs sells his own.
Yeah, well, I showed him the link for the.
I would get the one from G.
Yeah. Yeah, he does the patches and everything, but I don't know if he does
I think they're on a Spreadshirt store.
Wolverine's t-shirt.
Yeah.
He does do some good patches. Like he did the subdued Arizona one and some other little ones I wanted before, like the little explosive one. He did the bright orange.
Have you met G before?
No. When I found his channel some time ago, then I didn't realize he knew Tony in it.
Oh no. Here's the thing. G's channel predates all the other YouTubers.
Yeah,
one of the first guys.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I found his channel quite a long time ago because I've been on YouTube for just over 10 years. So he would have been one of the first ones. Because it would have been because I was looking at, I wanted to originally move to Arizona, and he's come up, and then when I found out because he had the link to that gun shop, that's I went through that gun shop website, and I was looking on there quite a lot of like different stuff you could have in Arizona,
right?
And I thought that's great. It's in like Tucson or whatever. And then I found through that website, I found Rock River ARs, which I then thought was an Arizona company.
No, that's Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. I didn't realize that. And then one of the first NRA shows I went and found there. I looked through there because I quite like their rifles. I just don't like what they've done to other people. So I've gone off that.
I mean, we were doing one of Matt's chats. Never Enough Ammo. We were in one of Never Enough Ammo's chats at one point, and me, Travis, and one of the other guys were talking about some Japanese anime, and G-Web's thought he was being funny, or I guess he just really didn't understand what we were talking about. So he went and made this design. Wanted to see if I get the image half of it.
Yeah. Well, that's how I found Tony.
He made the image where it was me and Travis. See, I'm on the right, Travis P11's on the left, and it's the Poco Ghibli t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, that's how I found Tony is through G-Web, because it was when Tony was doing the crickets. Yeah. And then that's how I found Tony. So I looked at his channel. I thought, this guy is doing the crickets to raise money for different Green Parade Foundation or whatever it was. And I thought, this guy's awesome.
Firefighters out there saying at Night Strike, Das Boot, yeah, jawohl, das Boot. But it's just that G made that a Poco Ghibli shirt because Poco Ghibli, what?
Who was that on the left? Because that looks more like Eric. That's you on the right.
No, it's me on the right. Travis P11 is on the left.
Oh, I see. It looks a bit like Eric.
That's Travis P11.
Like the glasses and the hat, it makes it look like Eric.
Yeah, no, that's Travis P11 when he used to have his beard.
Right. No, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
And that other one is when I used to let my beard just grow all out. I don't do that anymore. I kind of keep it more kept now. As you can see, let's see. You can see I try to keep it more kept now instead of having it be ridiculously long and just out everywhere. I don't do that anymore.
But yeah, because I looked at visiting. I still want to visit Tucson at some point.
Money don't. It's all liberal.
Yeah, I know. But you got the aircraft, different aircraft places there, and then you got that missile silo to go look at.
One of them you can actually take tours of.
The Hooters is pretty good as well.
And
I have seen where they've got all those planes parked out in the desert, which
that's the aircraft graveyard.
Yeah, you can get a tour. They take you around in like a tour bus.
Yeah, they do tours there too. You can go there. They've got they've got a small museum there, aircraft museum there, and they do tours.
Yeah, there's a couple of different museums. Yeah. I've seen those.
So I would.
That's why I wanted to go to Tucson, and then if I could get to the Western Studios where they filmed a lot of Western.
Honestly, you should. If you're going to go to Arizona, Richard, you need to go to the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah. I nearly went to the Grand Canyon because when I was in Flagstaff, and people there were saying, "Did you come here to look at the Grand Canyon? Because it's like the largest town nearest to the Grand Canyon in Arizona." And I said, "No, you've come all this way from the UK, and you're not going to see the Grand Canyon." Right? And I said, "Well, I haven't hired a car, so I said I'm not going to walk up there." And then there was a car. I met a couple.
Daniel says, "Legend has it. G created YouTube right after Night Strike created everything." No, Daniel, I didn't create everything, and G didn't create YouTube, but he was probably one of the first users on YouTube.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, they there was a couple that I met in the bar in the Weatherford Hotel where I was staying,
Yeah.
and they said, "Oh, we would drive you up there, but we've just been there today, and we're not going to go back." So I said, yeah, don't worry about it. Because I said, I've actually come here to I was looking around at different plots of land and everything.
Right.
And I said, so if I end up moving over here, I'll go up there then. You know, it's the same. It's the same as that meteor crater. You know, that big hole in the ground. I'll go there one day, but because I thought I was going to end up living in Arizona at one point. I thought, well,
probably still might.
I maybe, but I looked. The website I use for looking at land and everything at the moment, I looked back at Flagstaff the other day. The prices have gone absolutely crazy. So,
yeah, probably is the problem is Arizona right now is going through like the worst drought it's has in many years. It's going through like a 10-year drought.
Yeah, but the land prices are absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, when I first went there in 2013, and that was in the autumn as well, October sort of time, September, October. That you could pick up land over there, like around Flagstaff, out in the outskirts. That's where that view from is on that picture. You know, so you'd be able to shoot on your own land and everything.
All right, Daniel. Well, if Matt does a chat, I'll jump in his chat in a few minutes. So we'll get out of here. We'll go over there and look. You know, we'll start shopping. It's just I don't know if I have, you know, if I'll be able to order it right away. That's for sure, because I probably won't. But eventually, we're gonna get this done. I do have the log down I got to do for you, Daniel, because I did promise to do the AK and the M1 Grand video with that, so I'm working on getting that done this week. So that'll be good because it finally stopped raining. It's been raining off and on all the damn time. So we finally got a stretch of good weather, so I'll be able to start taking some more video. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna hop out of here. Richard's gonna go get some sleep because it's like ass crack of dawn over there.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
I've got to be up in it. I've got about 2 hours when I get up to let the chickens out again.
Yeah, we'll get out of here. We'll let Richard get some sleep.
Yeah.
Roll call. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here, man. You missed it. You missed it.
The link was at the top. You could have just jumped in.
Yeah, you could have just jumped in, roll call. But roll call says Night Strike replaced me with the British dude. No, Rich. I've known Richard for a while. I've known him for a while, and it just turns out that me and Richard know everybody else individually, and whatnot. So it just kind of works that way. But yeah, I've got a new microphone set up and everything, and everything seems to be good. So with that, we'll see you guys later. Everyone, take it easy. Shout out, be infringed, and
thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you everybody for the super chats and for hanging out with us. And just remember one very important thing.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was. So that we'll see you guys later. So take it easy. I'm gonna change it. Don't worry. I'm not gonna keep that one all the time.
Yeah, no. The other one that what's that one Crump has? Oh, he goes like Biden. He goes, the thing.
Yeah, I can get that one too. So yeah.